At the Pacific's northern edge, Alaska reaches out thousands of miles into the ocean. The 300 islands of the Aleutian chain are known as the cradle of storms.
We gotta get to high ground, possible tsunami.
These rocky shores hold more than 30 active volcanoes. In this ocean wilderness, bears outnumber humans almost 4 to 1.
This isn't no zoo, I can tell you that.
Despite the danger, more than 8,000 people call these islands home.
We're living on the edge of the world, and yet it's incredibly beautiful.
I'm definitely living the Alaskan dream. Nice.
Living and working in some of the most extreme conditions on the planet.
I swear I must be a sadist some days. It's a hard place to operate.
Get the gun.
The weather is terrible. Everything wants to kill you or hurt you.
Holy, he's ripping the place apart.
For them, this is the last frontier.
Let's get on with some adventure.
A land of freedom and opportunity.
It's not the normal world. They can't teach you this in Harvard Business School.
This is life on the edge.
Put your big boy pants on and come and join the fun.
More than 650 miles southwest of Anchorage, at the gateway to the Aleutian chain, sits the tiny settlement of Cold Bay. Home of wilderness guide Charlie Somerville, wife Helen, and daughters Steph and Sam.
I've always had a dream ever since I was a kid to come to Alaska, and I went out and started my own guide service, and I've never looked back.
For more than 3 decades, Charlie and his family have battled the elements.
Eat that salt water, boys.
And the locals.
When you live with the beast, you gotta be able to tame the beast. Hey there.
To build up a successful hunting and fishing business in the cradle of storms.
All right, that's the first one of the day for lunch. Whoa! Oh my God!
I swear I must be a sadist some days. It's a hard place to operate. The weather is terrible. Everything wants to kill you or hurt you. But I'd rather be free and uncomfortable than be a slave to the system.
After 35 years of growing his business, this season, Charlie's taking one of the biggest gambles of his career.
We've got big plans for the summer. We've got our little 70-foot yacht. How much fun are we going to be able to stand? Woo!
Charlie has spent tens of thousands of dollars hiring this motor yacht, the sound choice, for the summer. He's gambling on making his money back, and then some, hosting wildlife and fishing trips for high-paying clients from the lower 48.
We are going to be doing some sport overnight charter trips, some 5-day trips. We got all kinds of big plans for the summer, and we are excited.
But Charlie's wife, Helen, isn't convinced it's a risk worth taking.
I let them know what my thoughts are. I don't want to just have a big yacht here sitting and paying for it and not being able to use it.
Before he can start to claw back his investment, Charlie has to bring the yacht from its home port in Kodiak Island through 500 miles of treacherous waters to his base in Cold Bay.
Let's get on with some adventure. We're ready. Full steam ahead, baby.
There we go.
There we go. Ring the bell, baby.
We're having fun now.
The Sound Choice is co-owned by engineer Charlie Emmy. He's along for the ride to bring Captain Charlie up to speed on the yacht's complex engine and propulsion systems.
Did you break something?
No, I just hit the off switch on the generator.
Oh.
When I have the sole responsibility of running a $500,000 boat, and there's going to be some struggles and there's going to be some problems, and hopefully it's all going to work out.
Rounding the northern tip of Kodiak Island, the team enters the Shelikof Strait, a stretch of water infamous for its unpredictable weather and rogue waves.
So we hit her pretty hard here. One guy sleeps for a few hours, one guy takes the helm and the watch. I'm getting tired, I'll be honest. It's starting to wear on me. We've pretty much been going 24 hours nonstop.
Day 2 brings calmer weather and a chance for Charlie to enjoy the beauty of the Aleutians and their unique wildlife.
Just a wonderful, wonderful area. Just coming out here to take some pictures and kind of do a little exploring and get out of the cabin and get some fresh air.
The world's an ugly place, but up here we can enjoy how beautiful of a world we still live in and that God has created for us.
For Charlie, it's a rare moment of peace, but one that doesn't last long.
Oh goodness, what do we got? Oh, the alarms are going off. Like you said, lots of hours of doing nothing, and then all of a sudden, excitement.
Turn that switch off.
The alarm signals there's a problem around the bilge pump.
We had a little water coming in. It got a little rocky and shaky, and I'm not sure what's going on.
And there was a lot of water in this boat.
The system used to cool the propeller shaft has come apart and is leaking.
Water comes in on this hose, salt water that keeps that shaft cool. The only thing that stops it from leaking is this rubber boot is applying pressure to that stainless steel end.
If they don't fix the issue, rising water could short-circuit vital electronics in the engine room.
The water that's sucking in will spew into the bottom of the boat. The engines sit so low that the water comes up to the engines and we have major motor problems.
Charlie kills the engine to stop more water gushing in. The faulty rubber seal can now be replaced.
It's not leaking anymore. It must have hit the seal again or something, I don't know.
But Charlie's problems aren't over. Instruments on the bridge reveal another issue with the backup generator.
Maybe something got hit. I heard something pop or snap or something shut off. I don't know if it's a breaker. I just thought.
Okay. I'm just getting access to the control box now.
A faulty connection is the likely culprit for the electrical failure.
All right, let's give it a go. We're back in action. Just a little scary. All right.
For Charlie, the incidents are stark reminders of the risks he's taking with the yacht.
If we have any other issues, this is going to be just a living nightmare. And we could be in a really bad position with our family and lose a lot of money and go downhill quick.
Day 4, and mechanical problems are only half of Charlie's worries. For his gamble with the sound choice to pay off, he'll need to ensure his clients catch lots of fish. So he wants to test his ability to find them using the yacht's unfamiliar controls and sonar.
We're just looking for a couple rockfish or something. Fingers crossed. Let's see them.
Slowing down.
Right there looks like fish. Okay.
Come right up to it.
The sonar shows lots of fish, but Charlie struggles to position the yacht above them.
With this kind of fishing, you gotta be so in tune with each other. Hold on, he's going back. Hold on, he's going backward.
I cannot stay on it. We'll find a better spot. Get a little rusty on the tight maneuvering, trying to stay on a 10 by 10 hump full of fish. Okay, I'm in neutral.
Show me how it's done, Captain.
There we go. Fish on. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. A little bit of fishing action.
That's dinner right here, hopefully.
For Charlie, this haul of fish is proof his business venture will pay off.
Oh, yeah. Put a bend in that rod, baby. We're going to have some good dinner tonight.
But dinner will have to wait until they're on dry land. Cold Bay Harbor is finally in view.
Oh, here, let me get this tied on first.
Oh, let me hit the front.
It's fine if the boat touches the wood. It's soft wood for a reason.
After 400 miles, 4 days, and 2 major incidents at sea, Charlie is home.
Oh, we're so happy to see you. Oh, we missed you. Did you miss Papa? I missed you too, sweetie. Yeah, it's always nice to have a homecoming when your wife and granddaughter and family come down to meet you on the dock. It'll be nice to sleep in my bed tonight.
Charlie's epic voyage may have ended, but the massive gamble he and his family have taken with the Sound Choice has only just begun. Still to come, disaster hits Charlie's first guiding trip of the season.
We're on the wrong side of the island. This is the side. We're
And on Kodiak Island, tracker Nick Blanco battles to begin his wilderness build.
Me off how they built this. Well, the biggest danger is the building falls down because it wasn't structurally sound.
The Aleutian Islands, a 1,000-mile-long archipelago stretching off the wild Alaskan coast. In Cold Bay, wilderness guide Charlie Somerville has chartered the Sound Choice for the season. He's hoping guests will pay him big bucks to come on board for fishing and wildlife tours. And he now has his very first booking.
It's really important. It's our first big group for the year and to showcase the new yacht.
Right.
The boat has cost Charlie tens of thousands of dollars to hire. His wife Helen thinks it's a big risk.
Charlie decided to bring on the yacht this year, which I was totally against. It's a gamble. Everything out here is a gamble.
But Charlie's hoping one good review will lead to valuable business.
A lot of pressure on me as the captain of the boat. And now it's just time to start making some money and showing people a good time. Doing what we do.
Okay, Sam, what do you say?
Show me the green and I'll start the machine, Captain.
Team Extreme.
Woo!
Woo!
Hands in on 3.
1, 2, 3. There you go. Let's go. Yep.
Charlie's clients today are Patrick McCarty and his family. They've traveled thousands of miles from their Texas home for the trip of a lifetime.
Throw that front line in. Get off this dock and get moving and get out to some cool adventures.
This is something we'll obviously never experience in Texas. So they're excited about it. Today's day one.
Charlie's hoping to impress his guests by taking them to some secret fishing spots 50 miles into the North Pacific.
There's 50 or 60 islands out here that are uninhabited, and we kind of fish all of them. We just bounce around. Some of them are unnamed, some of them are bigger islands, so we're just gonna work our way around here a little bit.
Within minutes, the weather turns against Charlie, threatening the day. But he knows these waters well.
We gotta pick our way through a couple of these channels. There's a lot of reefs, a lot of kelp beds. We gotta kind of watch our way around with this fog. We're down to a ½ mile visibility, and we're kind of fighting our way up through here.
Soon, fog and hidden reefs are the least of Charlie's worries. Temperamental boat mechanics are more of a problem.
Always something.
Volunteer first mate Tom has discovered an issue in the engine room.
No, that ain't right.
I think it's overheated.
Does the engine feel warm? Look down in there with the light if you can. Okay, we'll let it cool off for a little bit.
Something has caused the generator to overheat and shut down.
It's just not a good way to start. Without the generator, the electrical systems will draw those batteries down and you will have problems.
Just 45 minutes into the voyage, Charlie has no choice but to drop anchor until they fix the issue.
The main goal is to get this boat back online and back in service as soon as we can, because if that boat's not working, it's losing money.
Charlie has a hunch a blockage in the pump's filter is causing the generator's motor to overheat.
I need the wrench. It's too tight. I can't get it off.
Charlie's guests have paid a premium for a vacation on a boat that hasn't moved for 2 hours.
It always seems to happen when you're in the middle of something or somewhere that you don't want it to happen. If you're not catching fish or you're not doing what the people want to do, the biggest pressure is just to keep trying.
After disassembling the pump, Tom discovers Charlie's hunch was right.
There you go. Oh yeah, treasures. Look at these little worms. Look at these. Living creatures. The generator has a small intake. It only has a 1-inch water intake, so it just sucked up some kelp and some sea creatures, and it plugs up the water strainers, but just clean the filters, start the engine again, and we're on.
But before Charlie can get going again, Tom discovers another problem in the engine room.
Oh, we're not sure. There's a little something going on there we got to deal with here for a second.
He's discovered a leak near the engine fuel supply line.
We're gonna have to build it out. It looks pretty oily as well, so I'm not sure how bad it is. Yeah, I just had a bit of a panic. Water and oil sloshing around underneath, which is never a good sign.
An oil leak could be a sign of serious engine failure.
I don't know if a hose broke or what, but if it got hot, we might have cracked the cooling hose or something. But that oil, I don't know why there's that much oil in the bilge.
Charlie and Tom can't find any issue with the fuel supply and use a pump to clear the area of the oily liquid.
We got to pull this hose out and put it in there because we don't want to mix it. That's got oil in it. We just wanted to double check and make sure we didn't have any oil leaks from the engine, but it's not. The oil was full, the coolant was full, just had a little love it needed. A little love.
With the issues resolved, Charlie's desperate to make up for lost time and find the McCartys some fish.
And I know Charlie's got some good things planned for us. Now that we're here, let the fun begin, right?
All right, let's go fishing now. Go have some fun. Enough playing master mechanic in the morning.
A mile further out to sea, Charlie identifies promising signs on the depth finder.
Lots of fish, huh?
Charlie's got it on the radar. There's bait fish, salmon, pollock, maybe some cod. So we'll just do a little kind of test. See what's down there.
But after several attempts, the fish aren't biting.
We just got to keep looking because this ain't working in here.
So no fishing yet?
Well, we're just trying to find some.
Even if they could find fish, the sea is getting too rough to fish in.
There's loads of fish, but it's too choppy out here to fish. So we're getting a nice roly-poly swell, and don't want anybody to get thrown off the deck. Well, we're still looking for that spot. That's not the one.
Charlie maneuvers the Sound Choice into the sheltered lee of an island. It's calmer, but there are no fish.
We're on the wrong side of the island. This is the side.
Okay.
I just,
What, do you want to just go to the other side then?
it's too rough over there. I can't find the structure. We're gonna have to just keep going.
It's not a promising first day for the McCarty family, but Charlie is not a man to give up easily.
We just gotta keep looking.
Still to come, on Kodiak Island, tracker Nick Blanco bets his life savings on an ambitious build.
Some people think this might be a bad idea, but they're gonna be surprised.
And Captain Charlie busts out the big guns to snare a monster catch.
Woo! Yeah, baby! Texas style.
This is Larson Bay, a remote settlement on the western shores of Kodiak Island. It's home to just 30 people, including wilderness guide and tracker Nick Blanco.
Kodiak is outdoorsman paradise, really. The fishing's great, hunting's great. It's all win, 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 win.
Nick moved here from Minnesota. He's already built a hunting lodge and a new life out here on the last frontier.
I'm definitely living the Alaskan dream. I mean, it's not easy, but it's been good.
This season, Nick's taking on a new challenge. He's bought these rundown shacks and is betting big on turning them into upmarket fishing lodges. He hopes guests will pay top dollar for access to the salmon and halibut-rich waters of Uyak Bay.
It's been a dream of mine for a long time to have a property off-grid. There's a lot of work to be done on this place, but in my mind's eye, I can see something special in there, and we're gonna make it happen. I'm not a professional builder, and so I'm just doing the best I can, try to figure out what needs to be done from the bottom up.
Recently separated from his wife, Nick is gambling his life savings on the rebuild, hoping it will provide financial security for him and his young son.
My son's name is Bo. He lives in Kodiak with his mother, and he's about 3 years old.
With only a few short weeks before the Alaskan winter closes in, Nick knows his off-grid dream could quickly turn sour.
I'm investing everything. Some people think this might be a bad idea, but they're gonna be surprised.
With money now tight, Nick's doing most of the building work himself and ferrying his own materials around the bay.
Half an hour right, I watch you. It took you half hour from there to here. Shut up.
Daniel Mike is a native Alaskan and member of the ancient Yupik tribe. A longtime friend to Nick, his experience in construction will be vital to completing the project before winter closes in.
Dan helped me build on the first piece of property I purchased out here about 8 years ago.
Wait, hang on.
Dan's one of the guys I love having up here because he really doesn't complain too much. He can endure quite a bit.
It's fun working with him. We'll have our ups and downs here and there. Part of life, I guess. Maybe we're gonna have to do that. Unload all these and then just drop backwards like that.
The team must ferry their supplies across Uyak Bay to the cabins at Whitney Creek. Nick's flat-bottomed skiff makes for easy loading and unloading on the shoreline. But its low sides make it vulnerable to the Aleutian storms.
You gotta really watch the weather. It gets pretty rough pretty fast. It's rough out there, we ain't gonna get nowhere. Go back four-wheeler tire for the shotgun.
With a laden skiff, Nick and Dan head out across the water. For now, the Aleutian weather plays ball. A rare moment of calm for Dan before work begins. But while the crossing was safe, Sometimes it's the small things that get you.
All right, Dan.
You lucky I never knock out, man.
What makes Nick's project such a gamble is that he purchased the cabins unseen, meaning he's never closely inspected them until now.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff to do here. These screws are designed to keep bears out of here, which I know there has been a couple of bear break-ins over here.
Inside, Nick discovers bears aren't the only locals who've paid a visit.
There's otter turds all over. You can smell it. There's nothing like this, nothing like an otter.
Oh, look at that, Nick.
Spiders are there. Vacuum. This place definitely needs a lot of TLC, that's for sure.
These cabins were originally used by generations of set netters, fishermen who anchor nets close to shore to snare their catch. A century's worth of their equipment litters the rooms.
Definitely, a lot of Alaskans got a little hoarder in them, it seems like, because you never know when you're gonna need something.
Over the decades, the structures have been rebuilt and repaired using wood scavenged from local beaches.
That's a Kodiak cabin through and through. I mean, it's just built from scraps and throwaway, which is what you gotta do sometimes to survive out here. A lot of places definitely would knock this place down, right, and try to start over, but when you're out here, you gotta try to make do with what you got.
The makeshift design could have serious consequences for Nick's project.
This thing's gonna take a lot of work to get up to par, but the worst thing it's got going for it is the walls are nailed into the floor. They're not bearing on the floor. It's a bad design.
Instead of being integrated into the frame, the walls are effectively freestanding and supported by only a few nails.
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't have built that like that right there. The most important ones are this wall and that far wall, because that's what the roof is bearing on. These front walls and the back wall is not really bearing the weight of the roof. Yeah, how they built this. Well, the biggest danger is the building falls down because it wasn't structurally sound.
The cabin will take all of Nick's grit and resourcefulness to fix up. But in Alaska, you'd expect nothing less. Still to come, Captain Charlie hits the mother lode.
Somebody better call the cops, because she's murdering them.
And on Kodiak Island, a worrying discovery threatens Nick Blanco's cabin build gamble.
And you gotta look under here, man.
The building is leaning in two directions I don't want it to.
Fishing guide Charlie Somerville is 50 miles offshore, deep in the North Pacific. The McCarty family are paying him thousands of dollars to bring them to these isolated waters, which are rich with hundreds of species of fish. But Charlie can't find any of them.
We're gonna have to just keep going. We just gotta keep looking, because this ain't working in here.
There's plenty more fish to see, just where are they?
8 hours into the voyage, the McCartys are still waiting for the first bite of the day.
So no fishing yet?
Well, we're just trying to find some.
The family was giving me grief about coming to Alaska, and they said, let's have a good adventure. So here we are.
It's gonna get better.
Charlie can see shoals of fish on his sonar, but he can't keep up with them as they swim through the water.
I can't stay on the fish, and that's the problem. We just get on them, and as soon as I hit them, by the time we get lines down, we're not on the fish. It has been a little bit of a struggle, but I mean, that's fishing. They call it fishing and not catching. I'm a guide, not a god, and everybody shows up here, and they think everything is perfect, and they're gonna kill every bird and catch every fish, and there's a beautiful woman behind every tree, but that's just not always the case.
Charlie knows from experience that if he keeps the faith, his luck will change.
That's a big one. Nice job.
It's a halibut.
That's a good one. You got a big halibut. Let it fight. Let it pull. Don't break it off. Just let it fight.
Halibut are the world's largest flat fish and can tip the scales at over 500 pounds.
That's a good one you got there.
Come on, babe. What's taking so long?
It's a big fish. It's a big one. That's why we came out here, for these big ones. Gab, you ready?
Dad Patrick gives daughter Gabrielle the chance to land her first saltwater catch.
Any tension on it?
Never let the tip come up high. Here, get real right down. Okay. Okay.
The halibut is so big it risks snapping the line. So Charlie takes decisive action with his Smith & Wesson 41 mag.
We're gonna have to shoot this one. Oh my gosh. Cover your ears. Lift it up a little higher. A little higher. Cover your ears. Those real big ones, you have to do that because they're too big to pull up over the side.
Gabrielle's first ever catch weighs in at around 70 pounds.
Very proud of my girl.
Oh, drag him right up there. There's a nice one. That's a hefty halibut.
Victory number 1.
For Charlie and Helen, the relief, like the fish, is huge.
At least we get to eat. Miss Helen was getting nervous. She's like, you better take some fish out of the freezer, Charlie, because things aren't going so good.
I thought we were going to have to hire a real guy.
Finally, Charlie and his clients have something to celebrate.
All right.
There we go.
First halibut of the trip. Woo! Okay, nice one. Robbie, all right, buddy.
Even 11-year-old Robbie gets in on the action.
There you go.
Oh, that's fighting good.
There you go, buddy. You're getting them.
I got one!
You got him. All right, buddy, you got him.
I am so doing that again.
And to Charlie's relief,
That's a big one.
the fish keep coming thick and fast.
Nice.
This halibut might be the biggest one so far.
Yep, gets a keeper.
After a challenging start to his first guiding trip of the season, Charlie's day keeps getting better and better.
Woo! Yeah, baby. Texas style. Got to have guns involved. Wouldn't have it any other way. There we go.
As the catch grows, so does Helen's belief in Charlie's latest business venture.
Every time I doubt him, he comes through and pulls it out.
Thanks to Charlie, the family lands over 250 pounds of fish.
Well, sports fans, we're live on the Sound Choice, and Team Texas is rocking and socking them. Somebody better call the cops, because she's murdering them. Halibut and chips tonight for everyone. All right, great job.
Captain Charlie turns chef as he cooks up the halibut. Everything else is put in the deep freeze to be sent back to Texas.
Bon appetit, halibut and chips, and enjoy.
It may be 10 p.m., but for the McCartys, the fun isn't over. In Alaska, the summer sun doesn't set until 11:30 p.m. So there's still time for a stopover on a deserted island where the sea keeps on giving.
All right, Gabby, nice job. Got another salmon. We're catching a few salmon, and everything is looking great. Robbie and Pat and Bridget and everybody, they're having a great time now and catching some fish. So I'm excited. We're making it happen. Oh, you got one?
Famed for their nutritious bright red flesh, sockeye salmon can cost $12 a pound in the lower 48. But catching a feast for your family from these pristine waters is priceless.
Another nice, beautiful fish. Come here, Robbie.
I got 3 so far.
You got 3, all right. Okay, let's go throw them in the pile.
The kids' monster catch is making Dad's look like small fry.
I gotta get a trophy for this.
Yeah,
Come on.
you get the smallest flounder that's alive.
Good job, babe.
At last, even the weather is on Charlie's side. as a successful day comes to an end under Alaska's midnight sun.
It's been awesome. Couldn't be happier with being out here in Great Alaska and enjoying what Mother Nature has to offer.
Charlie will have to make many more trips like this to make back the money he's invested in the sound choice. But for the first time, it looks like his gamble might pay off.
Well, we just finished up our day. Things went really good for our first trip out on the yacht this year, and we're excited for another adventure soon.
Still to come.
Come on, man.
Over on Kodiak Island, Nick Blanco's big investment hits big trouble.
Oh, man, everything keeps breaking.
On Kodiak Island, Nick Blanco is remodeling these rundown cabins into luxury hunting lodges. But he's discovered a flaw in construction that could doom the whole project.
The biggest danger is the building falls down because it wasn't structurally sound.
On top of that, sudden storms are delaying repairs, costing him more time and money.
It's hard to explain the weather on Kodiak sometimes. Kodiak's weather is definitely pretty volatile. So, you gotta be careful.
When the weather finally clears, Nick gets straight back to ferrying supplies from Larsen Bay. But Dan worries that their underpowered outboard motor will delay them further.
He needs a bigger outboard motor on that. That takes too long just to get across the bay.
A bigger motor would mean more power for faster supply trips. So he calls boatyards in Anchorage, looking for a bargain.
Can you give me his number? Because I have to ask him if he's got a fuel tank here and stuff like that. Okay. That'd be awesome. It would just help me figure out kind of if I need anything else besides that.
Nick has found a second-hand motor for sale. But like everything, it'll take days to get here. That's life in America's final frontier.
It's expensive getting the freight flown in here, and that's added on cost to things that were already expensive in Kodiak, you know? Sometimes it takes weeks, and then you're faced with having to try staying busy until you can get the new stuff. So that's an ongoing battle.
This morning, the team face another familiar battle. The weather is turning again. They have time for just one more supply trip, so Nick wants to load as much timber as possible onto his skiff.
Hey, keep the key off, let's go.
With over 400 pounds of timber on board, the skiff is dangerously low in the water.
It's a big load for this boat. I think Dan gives me a false sense of security. Just do crazy stuff when Dan's around.
Sweet, man. Not bad. It's clear water, man. Very rough.
As the weather worsens, the swell grows. The underpowered motor struggles against the waves, and the low-sided skiff begins to take on water.
You don't want to get your boat because you're not going to last very long in this water.
The 1-mile journey has taken a full 45 minutes. If Nick is ever to get his project completed, he'll need his new motor fast. Nick has spent days transporting building materials across Larsen Bay. But like many who earn a living in Alaska, he's also planning to make the most of what he finds lying around.
Well, Whitney Creek has the house, but it also came with this gear shed here, where they kept all the commercial fishing stuff. And it is old. It's built with really cool old material, and it's got a lot of character, and I think, you know, it's really got a lot of lumber in it, good lumber.
By reusing this existing lumber rather than rebuilding the cabins, Nick estimates he'll save $50,000 on the project.
With that money that I save, I'll just be able to really decorate the place and, you know, finish it a lot nicer than I would have been able to had I just spent all that money to build a new.
The shed was built nearly a century ago by frontiersmen just like Nick. They scavenged wood from nearby beaches and forests for their build. But their craftsmanship is finally giving way.
Man, you gotta look under here, man.
Dan has discovered that the cabin's wooden foundations are rotting, and the structure is tilting dangerously to one side.
Look at this wall. I gotta stop that from moving.
To save the cabin, Nick needs to realign the entire structure on its foundations.
How am I gonna support those pieces of wood, Dan? The building is leaning in two directions I don't want it to, so I need to jack it up and then to place shims in between the pilings and the building to raise it.
Jacking a 100-year-old structure is a technically demanding, dangerous job. Doubly so in this wilderness.
They were about 80 air miles away from the nearest hospital in Kodiak. You know, this is not the place you want to get hurt because there's a lack of emergency services. It's just like everything else, it's a little bit more difficult to get what you need, especially when you're hurt.
While Nick considers the risks, there's good news. The outboard motor has finally arrived. He heads to the local airport to escort his investment off the plane.
Running bear. That dude right there, running bear.
Yeah, we're gonna unload that outboard on this pickup truck and it goes smoothly.
One guy guide him. One guy, one person. Watch it, guys.
In Larsen Bay, cargo flights like this provide a vital lifeline to the community. So each arrival gets a welcoming committee of locals ready to offer a helping hand.
We're gonna get this out of here.
Well, it's okay. It's here. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. That was smooth as could be.
Everybody around here is really nice to everybody around here. If you need extra hands, you just gotta let somebody know. We all kind of always help each other out. Yeah, it's nice.
That went super smoothly because of all my friends and coworkers here in Larsen Bay, you know. Many hands make light work.
The new engine will provide twice the grunt of the old one, giving Nick the chance to get his build back on track.
Closer. Oh yeah, that's about right. That's about right.
Of course, we gotta load this thing with some lumber. Ain't going over there with no load, right?
Yeah. Go on one side. Go on one side. Ready?
Hey, get out for a second. Let's pull it.
Right there.
Hey, come on, Dan. Come on.
It takes over an hour to secure and ready the engine for its maiden voyage.
Get ready to get the show on the road.
But when they finally try to start up the motor,
come on, man.
The ignition won't fire.
What the? Well,
the new engine is dead in the water.
Oh, man, everything keeps breaking.
Cabins that could collapse. Storms that threaten his project every day. And now, a vital motor that won't turn over. It's all part of life on the edge. This is Life on the Edge.
Put your big boy pants on and come and join the fun.
Charlie Somerville is one of the most experienced wilderness guides in the Aleutian chain.
This isn't no zoo, I can tell you that.
His base is Cold Bay, an isolated settlement 650 miles from Anchorage.
You gotta make things work out here in the bush.
Where Charlie lives with his wife Helen and family.
Getting the job done, having fun.
Last season, Charlie took the biggest gamble of his career.
You have not seen a whole camp be destroyed. I have.
Building a $100,000 fishing lodge on a remote inlet known locally as Volcano Bay.
There's a lot of love, blood, sweat, and tears in this cabin.
Putting his finances and his marriage on the line.
Now we can survive another year, make money.
Well, I got news for you. You better start making money now.
Now he's planning on building another lodge, and it's bigger and better than the first.
It's a big year. One of the biggest things we're trying to accomplish this summer is we're actually putting up a brand new guest cabin with 2 private rooms, with a nice bathroom and showers and full amenities. It's a big risk. It's a lot of money involved.
This season, Charlie has also spent tens of thousands of dollars chartering a 70-foot motor yacht for fishing and wildlife cruises.
Full steam ahead, baby. Let's get on with some adventure.
Charlie's wife, Helen, is worried running 2 big projects will be too much for their business.
This was a big gamble this year.
Well, wasn't real happy about you bringing the yacht down this year. Not sure if it's gonna work out the way you plan.
There's definitely potential for being a pain in my ass.
Pain in my ass.
I know I'm gonna be gone and it's gonna turn into straight chaos in the next couple days.
Hmm. Wouldn't expect anything different.
Charlie has just 5 weeks to construct the new cabin. So he's reassembled the same team that pulled off last year's build.
The most important thing is the team that we have put together for this summer. It's a small team, but it's the right team.
First to arrive is expert carpenter Brent Wittenberger, known to his friends as Wit.
I'm gonna be working on Charlie's new cabin. Who knows what Alaska's gonna throw at us, and then obviously you never know what you can get with Charlie. I know Charlie and I are gonna have our battles, but we're gonna make it work.
Whit is an accomplished carpenter, and he'll be able to spearhead the construction project. He pretty much can do about anything when he puts his mind to it.
One of the biggest challenges on last year's build was the 2-hour boat trip from Cold Bay to the site at Volcano Bay. So this year, Charlie's roped in a favor. A friend is lending him a helicopter and pilot for the season.
It is going to be here for the logistical support and safety. It is a huge factor. It will make things a lot easier to be able to make a 10-minute flight versus a 2-hour boat ride when we need things. And hopefully it's all going to work out.
Pilot Justin Smith is on the last leg of a 3,500-mile journey from Wisconsin and is due to land any minute. But the Aleutian weather is doing its worst.
Man, I hope he gets here soon. The weather is dropping, the wind's picking up, the fog, low visibility. Hopefully they're gonna get here soon. The weather's a bit sporty today. You can see that it's just the wind's blowing. We got that light fog. I'm hoping that he doesn't have too crappy of a ride.
After an hour, there's still no sign of the chopper. And no word from pilot Justin. So Charlie heads home to see if he's been in touch with Wit.
There's an issue.
Do you want me to call on this phone?
I tried to contact them. I can't believe they don't have a phone that works.
Charlie and Wit track the flight online and spot something worrisome.
Something's wrong, they stopped in a place that they weren't planned to stop. They left Port Haydn at 9:32 a.m. and they were planning to go to Nelson Lagoon to refuel.
An unscheduled stop on the remote coastline is alarming. Half of all small aircraft crashes in the United States take place in Alaska. Charlie calls local contacts to check if they've heard any news.
At this point, he's about an hour overdue. It looks maybe an eighth of a mile or a quarter of a mile off the beach, somewhere between Cape Senevin and Ilnik, right on the beach there. If someone is out flying around in the area, they could keep an eye out. I know they're real close to you guys.
For now, Charlie and Wit sit tight and study the map for clues. Their biggest fear is fog.
They were flying down these little islands and stuff.
But there is a little contour there where it goes up a couple 100 feet, and if there was coastal fog sitting on the beach, that's a perfect spot for the fog to be pushed up against it. But the wind is supposedly blowing.
But that's what that's
offshore.
the part that concerns me is the wind's blowing the right direction.
Well, it would be clear up here, and if he saw clear weather here, he should have come up around it.
With still no update from the missing helicopter,
That's 2 hours and 15 minutes
of sitting. I just know they didn't stop for any other reason than they had to.
Charlie and Whit know they have to take emergency action.
If something don't show up, we're gonna get in a plane and go look for him.
They alert air traffic control and head for the airport.
Just makes me sick to my stomach right now. There's Stockton fog, and it looks really bad that way.
Summer, Cold Bay. Alaskan wildlife guide Charlie Somerville is waiting for his new helicopter and bush pilot to fly in from Wisconsin. But the chopper was supposed to arrive over 2 hours ago.
Something's wrong, they stopped in a place that they weren't planned to stop.
Charlie and his lead carpenter, Whit, are triggering emergency protocol with air traffic control.
I just know they didn't stop for any other reason than they had to. Just makes me sick to my stomach right now.
If something don't show up, we're gonna get in a plane and go look for him.
Charlie updates the owner of the helicopter.
I'm at the airport right now, and I'm call on a radio and see if he can reach him. Because they've got radio towers all the way up the coast, like repeaters. Okay, I'm on it as hard as we can go. We're not gonna drop the ball.
But just as they're about to escalate the search further,
There's a helicopter.
Is that it? Shut up. This would be the...
Is that our white helicopter?
Where?
It should be, it'd be landing up there.
It's a white helicopter. It's them.
Oh.
Call Bill out. It's them.
That's him?
That's them. Oh my God, does that make me feel
Thank
good?
goodness.
Yeah, talk about perfect timing.
Charlie and Whit head airside to meet the helicopter.
That's Kirby here.
Pilot Justin and crew member Kirby Frank have some explaining to do.
Good to see you. No, I was following you, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I was starting to get what I saw when you landed, but you never took off, and I'm thinking you, on the ABS, it never restarted.
Really? Okay.
I'm telling you because I was looking for you.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you looking for us.
The missing pair stopped for 2 hours to explore a deserted island.
These guys made a liar out of me because I said there's no way that they're stopping for anything. But this is Alaska, and I don't know why I'm surprised. But they definitely had me worried. Damn it, you wouldn't stop.
Construction worker Kirby has waited a long time to meet his new boss.
Welcome down here. Welcome to the team. We're so glad you're coming down to give us a good hand. We always like good team players. How much adventure can you stand? Because you're going to find out. All of it. That's my kind of guy. Yeah. Captain Adventure.
While Kirby and Justin take a well-earned break, crew member Dan King is the next to arrive.
How you doing?
Good seeing you, buddy.
Good seeing you.
Dan is an ex-state trooper from Michigan.
Yeah, get out of here.
Last season, he proved his worth to Charlie's team.
Oh my God, dude, get the gun.
Now he's back for more.
Ready to tackle the Aleutians year 2.
What did I tell you last year?
I don't remember what you told.
I told you I didn't want to build another cabin.
I know, Dan.
With his team complete, Charlie can reveal his ambitious plans for the new cabin he wants to build.
We're going to build another 12 by 24 cabin out there. We're going to have 2 bedrooms, a nice little bathroom and sink in the middle.
But before they can launch into construction, Charlie needs to find out if last year's cabin is still standing.
We've been trying to get over there to check the cabin out, and we have not yet seen the camp or the cabin. We had that 120-mile-an-hour storm this winter, and it ripped the deck off, and a bunch of houses got destroyed. So I don't know what we're going to walk into.
It's 6 months since anyone saw the cabin. And in that time, the Aleutians have been hit by one of the biggest storms on record.
We get 70 to 80 mile an hour winds up here, and it doesn't even make the news. We're down in the lower 48, they're talking Category 4 hurricanes. People are evacuating cities, and it's just another day out here for us.
The winter storm battered the coastline with 120-mile-per-hour winds and 50-foot waves. Head carpenter Witt is hoping the cabin survived the onslaught.
I put a lot of personal pride in what I do, but when you're talking about winds that are like the level of a tornado, it's hard to believe that you could build something that could withstand that.
With Justin and his helicopter, finding out if the cabin is standing is easy. Instead of a 2-hour boat ride, it's a 10-minute flight to Volcano Bay.
I'm hoping our design held tough. You just don't know what's going to happen.
Charlie and his crew fly over 20 miles of inlets and coves where brown bears outnumber humans 4 to 1. It's a reminder that their old cabin needs to withstand more than just bad weather.
Everything is looking for a nice little comfortable place to hide out. I mean, the bears will dig in underneath the building sometimes. Hopefully everything is going to be in place. We can just get to work, get on schedule, and knock this project out.
Justin sets down on the beach in Volcano Bay. But before heading to the cabin, they spot something unexpected.
I'm not sure if this is a very good sign, but we have a freezer sitting on the beach.
I really hope that's not our freezer, but I have a bad feeling it is. Evidently, the bears had been playing soccer ball with the freezer.
Look at, oh, it's tore out.
Oh my God.
What do you think? Do you think something did that?
I am thinking there's going to be some problems because if the freezer's down here, they were definitely there raising Cain with things. I don't know what's going to be up around the corner.
There are signs of more destruction further up the beach.
There's our old path.
The track, built last year to transport all the build materials over the dunes, has been washed away. All that's left is a hard-to-climb sandbank.
Here, hold on a second. Help the old fat guy.
That's a steep bank there now, Charlie.
That's that big storm. There was 35-foot breakers on this beach.
Hey!
Hey, Bear!
Hey!
Charlie and his team push on over the bluff.
Now it's time to get to seeing how much work we have, huh?
And get the sight they were hoping for.
The roof looks good, solar panels look good. Unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Well, that's impressive.
Yes! We don't go backwards, oh my God.
Nothing shifted, it's unbelievable. I guess good Wisconsin construction, right?
She took 120-mile-an-hour winds this winter. She's still here.
Opening King Tut's tomb right here. Can you believe this?
Got a little sand.
Look at that. My God.
Well, the windows aren't broke. No. That's a bonus.
Hurricane glass, our shelves even up still, everything. Perfect. Good things, good things.
Oh yeah, no, we got a half a day of cleaning.
This is ready to roll. It just feels like validation that it got tested and it survived.
I'm relieved. Everybody made fun of us, laughed, and said, oh, your cabin's never gonna stay up. So, success. We got a break for once.
Despite all the good news, there's still a lot to do, and little time to do it if Charlie wants to get the new cabin built on time.
Now the work begins. We got a tight schedule. We got guests showing up, so we got 23 days to build us another cabin. For the next couple days, we're going big. I mean, it's go big or go home out here.
Still to come, in Dutch Harbor, ranchers Pat and Connie Harvey take a 50-ton gamble.
Here goes nothing.
It can't just sit there. It has to be put to work or it has to be sold.
And in Falls Pass,
oh man, this is high tech.
the Kennedy family get an unusual 21st century upgrade.
We're gonna move ourselves into the jet age.
Umnak Island, sitting near the end of the Aleutian chain, is a place of extremes. Hundreds of miles of storm-battered coastline, a 3,500-foot-high active volcano, and America's most westerly mega ranch.
He's ripping the place apart. Are you ready, Pat Harvey? I'm ready. What do you think?
Pat Harvey has been working his 10,000-strong herd of cattle here for over 30 years.
I grew up in Alberta. The reason I got involved here, it was everything I'd ever dreamed of. I'm not a rodeo cowboy, but I'm a cowboy and can ride a horse and rope. And, oh, I love it.
Battling extreme weather and isolation, Pat and his wife Connie now run one of the largest organic herds in the United States.
This is a difficult place to live.
Definitely a blockage.
We're living on the edge of the world, and yet it's incredibly beautiful at the same time.
The couple have recently made the big decision to retire and say goodbye to the Aleutian Islands. They've put their 500,000-acre ranch up for sale.
I guess there's a season for everything in a person's life, and we've pretty much had our season here. Connie and I are looking at retiring and do what retired people do.
With a multi-million-dollar price tag, finding a buyer has been tough. While they continue to search for one, Pat and Connie are liquidating their assets. Top of the list is the Island Packer, a 78-foot-long landing craft which Pat sometimes uses to ship cattle to and from his ranch.
It's just a great boat and handles the seas very well. So I have no reservations about telling somebody what a good vessel it is, because it is.
Pat and Connie have traveled to the Island Packer's home port in Dutch Harbor to meet a potential buyer in 24 hours' time.
Connie'd like to see it gone tomorrow, because we'd like to put the money towards the ranch.
I just love the Island Packer, and that's the truth. But it can't just sit there. It has to be put to work, or it has to be sold.
The Island Packer hasn't seen regular use for several years. If Pat and Connie hope to sell it, it needs an overhaul. That's where California-raised master mechanic Donovan Judd comes in.
I grew up with sun and heat and all that stuff, and I was over it, I'd say, from the time I was born. So that's why I moved up here. I like the cold, I like the dark, I like the clouds and rain. I do enjoy it down here. It is nice to be around engines. Not too big on computers and technology, but mechanical appliances, that's where I thrive.
The potential buyer wants to take the ship out to sea tomorrow, so the pressure's on Donovan to ensure its twin 10.5-liter Caterpillar engines and 125-kilowatt generator run like new.
Donovan is a fantastic individual. He's very mechanically inclined. He's amazing.
As he inspects the engine room, Donovan discovers a problem. Water is leaking onto the master control panel, threatening to short-circuit it.
So I don't know if it's condensation or if it's a leak going through there, but you know, electrical and water usually don't mix. The last thing we need is for the terminals to get rotted out, and then we'll have to rewire the whole thing.
To fix the issue, mechanic Donovan turns bush engineer.
Oh, I think I just got it. Now you're talking.
He's sliced a buoy into strips, which he places under the leak to direct the water away from the electronics and toward the bilge pump.
Well, that'll work good, actually. If any water that comes in this one, it's gonna drain off
onto that one,
onto this one, and that one's leaning that way. Sometimes the book isn't always right.
Yeah.
There's other ways to do it.
It's a temporary fix, but will hold until a permanent solution can be found. There's one problem with the ship no amount of bush engineering can fix.
We need to check out the rudder.
Pat fears the rudder is bent, and that's a job for local diver Dan Magone.
If you could look at the rudder, Dan, and just tell me what you think of the shape of them while you're there.
See if they're still there and everything.
Yeah, make sure they're there, because we're supposed to take it out tomorrow.
If the rudder is out of whack, the 50-ton vessel won't steer safely during its sea trial.
Is that your skiff, Dan?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my wife's skiff. Don't tell her I'm using it for a job.
The Dutch Harbor waters are around 38 degrees Fahrenheit.
I wouldn't want to go down there. Would you? There you go.
Dan is a free diver and holds his breath for over 2 minutes as he inspects the rudder in the murky depths.
Oh, geez.
Did scare you?
Anyway, all the rudders and the two props look good.
Good.
Pat also needs Dan to inspect the rest of the hull. He's recently spent $28,000 repairing and repainting it and is keen to learn how the job is holding up.
It's amazing he does all that without a tank, too.
Oh, it looks so nice.
Is it pretty solid red underneath still?
Yep, still solid red.
Everything looks just like brand new down there. No barnacles yet, so we're in good shape.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, we got the thumbs up.
Take it out tomorrow.
We can take it out tomorrow.
Yeah.
A new day brings calm weather to Dutch Harbor. The perfect conditions for Pat and Connie to showcase the Island Packer to their potential buyer.
We'll go around into the harbor here and test out her sea legs.
On the bridge,
It's the big test. See how she does.
Donovan prepares to fire up the engines he's worked on for the past 24 hours.
Power up, got good volts. Here goes nothing. All right, we got power.
Well, that sounds pretty good.
That sounds really good, doesn't it?
Minutes later, their potential buyer, Tom Robinson, arrives.
Hey, I'm Tom. Donovan. Nice to meet you, man.
A fisherman turned entrepreneur. He hopes to put the Island Packer to work with his expanding trawler business.
Yeah, I started fishing crab in the Bering Sea at the age of 16 in 1977.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a while back.
My father had the very first crab boat here in 1952.
After inspecting the bridge, Tom decides to guide the Island Packer out into the bay himself.
So if you want it to go left, you just bump it, right?
I literally grew up on a boat. Now I'm getting older and I'm still playing boats.
As Tom navigates the Island Packer out of the harbor, the ship passes a relic of U.S. history with which he has a personal connection.
My father was on that when he was 16 years old.
This is the wreck of the SS Northwestern, the only ship sunk by the Japanese during their failed assault on Alaska in 1942.
The Americans figured it out, which was a major turning point in the war.
Oh, I guess they towed it out here after the war. And that's its final resting place.
Despite the mechanical issues, Tom can see that the Island Packer is a reliable vessel.
She needs some love, but it's a good piece of equipment if you know how to use it.
Yeah, good platform.
Yep, yep. Yeah, Pat. So,
Well, you guys should make a deal.
we should make a deal.
You should make a deal.
After 3 hours at sea, the Island Packer returns to Dutch Harbor,
Very nicely done.
where Tom and Pat can get down to business.
So I see an opportunity.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just how you go about doing it. So I think might be able to do something there. Yeah, let me make some calls, Pat.
Good.
All right. Well,
Ride to the airport? Yeah.
Yes.
Nice to see you, Tom. Thank you.
Selling the Island Packer is one step toward the long retirement that Pat and Connie dream of. But as they head back to their ranch on Umnak Island, they know that bigger challenges lie over the horizon.
There's so many things that this life, living on the edge, can throw at you. So there's a lot to do, and we're gonna have a lot of hard work ahead of us, but it has to be done.
Still to come, meet the Kennedy family.
This way is the way to the garden.
I just broke my blade and bent it.
And on Umnak Island,
You got no water in the sink.
Pat and Connie hit big problems at the ranch.
Water's essential. That's just all there is to it.
Perched in the middle of the Aleutian chain, 700 miles from Anchorage, is False Pass. This tiny community of around 60 people was established in the early 1900s by pioneers forging a new life here.
How do you do? Good girl.
Following in their footsteps today are Stephen Kennedy and his family.
This is our humble home here, and we've had quite the journey getting here.
I had a hard-boiled egg.
You had a hard-boiled egg? All right, was it fresh egg from your own chicken? And, you know, the kids are growing up as we build this house and build a place for them.
Stephen moved here 8 years ago, giving up his career in telecoms to live with his wife and children in this wilderness. For the family, every day presents a different challenge.
As beautiful as this place is, it's very unforgiving. It's very raw, it's very wild. You realize very quickly you have very little control over things out here, and it's been a trial by fire sort of situation.
With shipping deliveries only occurring every 2 weeks, the family have learned to live off the land.
This is like a beach wheat. We blended it all up to make like a sort of flour. We made cookies out of it, and it was really good.
Children Kyrie and Trustan are discovering that on this wild frontier, self-sufficiency is vital.
This way is the way to the garden.
Essential to the family's survival are the fruit and vegetables they grow.
This is our chive. It's like an onion. These are actually really tasty.
When you think of things out here, I would say it's a tough joy. We love life and we have joy and we experience joy, but sometimes, boy, it's really tough.
Challenges here can be big and small. Right now, the thing the family is finding tough to endure is their toilet.
We've been on a composting toilet for the last few years, but the missus is ready for an upgrade. You know, we're about done emptying pee buckets and things of that nature, so.
Stephen is hoping 21st century technology will solve the problem of their stinky bathroom and be good for the family's vegetable garden. It's a propane-powered toilet that incinerates waste, turning it into ash that can be used to fertilize their crops.
So we got this nice, futuristic, flaming, blasting toilet made by NASA engineers or something like that, but...
It's made in Norway.
It's made in Norway. Okay, so made by Norwegians, you know, just as good, if not better. We're gonna move ourselves into the jet age. You wanna check it out? Let's go. Let's do this thing. Oh, man.
But this futuristic toilet comes with a futuristic instruction manual.
We got a thermocoupler and a burner fan and our ignition card. Oh, man, this is high tech for a toilet.
The toilet is just off the kitchen, in a home extension Stephen built from an old shipping container.
Tools of the trade.
First, he has to drill through the plywood lining and insulation.
Smell lots of burning. It's smoking in there.
After that, he has to cut through the 1/8 of an inch steel walls of the shipping container.
Oh boy, I broke the teeth off my hole saw.
Are we dead in the water?
No, that means cutting it out the hard way with a bladed saw. We're gonna do it the old-fashioned way and just saw this thing out. Here we go.
But Plan B doesn't go according to plan.
So, I just broke my blade and bent it. So,
I want you to be able to hear me when you're 80. Here.
this works for saws and kids.
Come on.
I didn't say wives, I said kids.
Doesn't have a death wish.
finally, all the sawing and hammering pays off.
Goes just like that. Oh, buddy. That fits nice.
5 hours after he started drilling, Stephen installs the valve which controls the flow of propane to the toilet's combustion chamber.
You know the average installation for these things, according to them, is 2 to 3 hours?
Sure.
Our builds typically take about 5 times whatever the average is. I'm not kidding, yes.
The toilet doesn't use any water. Instead, Stephen connects it to a propane tank outside using a pipe salvaged from the local dump.
It's pretty common to go to the dump to salvage some things. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
After safely hooking up the propane, Stephen can line up the toilet with the exhaust outlet.
This is the big moment here. Oh, yeah. That's perfect. Yeah, got enough shoulder room. Yeah, that's good.
Once the exhaust is completed,
final piece here.
It's time for a test run.
Should I get one of the kids?
No, I got something else in mind. Your cookie dough. Let's use that. We got these fine cookie dough here. Before you baked them, I thought we'd try it in the toilet. It's basically like an oven that you sit on. Let's just do 3, because I really like this. This is good. I'm gonna keep this one. You ready? Oh, I heard it. I heard it go down. Wait, listen. Incineration in progress. Now we just have to wait.
As the toilet fires up, it silently blasts the cookie dough, or anything else, with propane burning at over 900 degrees Fahrenheit.
Can we open this up? Are you ready? Here we go. Here it is.
All that's left of the dough is a few ounces of fine, sterile ash.
Look at that. That is way better than I thought it was gonna do.
I know, it's like flour.
Yeah. And this is gonna change our life for the better. Less mess, less smells. This is definite improvement.
As this ash collects, the Kennedys can sprinkle it over their fruit and vegetable beds as fertilizer. Meanwhile, they can say goodbye to bathroom stink.
What do you think?
I feel good about this.
All right, after you.
Just put that there.
Still to come, on Umnak,
Water coming out the wrong place.
a major leak threatens to derail Pat and Connie's business.
I lost one battle, but we'll win the war.
Powering southwest across the Bering Sea.
We are underway for Portland.
Pat and Connie Harvey are heading to their ranch on Umnak Island. A pristine wilderness, over 30 times the size of Manhattan. It sits more than 1,000 miles from the Alaskan mainland.
When I first flew in here, it was like flying into Jurassic Park. This beautiful, lush, green landscape with all of these giant, mountainous cliffs and waterfalls, just exceedingly beautiful in a hauntingly beautiful way. It was shocking to me.
As the couple plan for their retirement, the half-million-acre ranch and its 10,000 cattle are up for sale. Following a winter spent with family in Canada, they need to carry out essential repairs after 4 months at the mercy of the Alaskan storms.
This working season for us is absolutely critical. I think we both are in tune with where we are in our lives and what we can do with our grandchildren. So it has to go into good hands, and we'll find the right person.
The first challenge is to bring the boat safely alongside the island's aging dock.
Well, we're just trying to go into the rock walls right over there by those containers.
Right here, Jimmy?
And get everything off. We can get started on our Umnak adventure.
We're good right here. This is it. This is it.
To help with repairs on the ranch, Pat and Connie have employed expert mechanic Donovan Judd for the summer.
Trying to get everything turnkey ready to hand the plant over to somebody else. And apparently there's a bunch of stuff out there that they need fixing.
With Donovan's help, Pat needs to repair fences and roofs and overhaul several machines. But within minutes of arriving at the ranch house, he discovers a more urgent issue.
No, we got no water in the sink. I need Donovan here. Got nothing in the sink here.
Yeah, we gotta check your bathroom too.
But I'll show you.
There's no water pressure either, but yeah.
The taps have stopped running. Until the issue is resolved, life is on hold.
Our mission is to get the place running, but you have to have water. Water's essential. That's just all there is to it.
The ranch is supplied by a pipe which carries water from an underground spring up the valley. Pat discovers the master valve, which directs the supply to different parts of the ranch, is only getting 10% of the water it needs.
Oh, that's good. I'll try this.
We're losing pressure on this one for some reason.
When the team pull the supply pipe from the earth, they discover it's blocked with sediment at its source. Until they fix the problem, they need to find a different way to divert water down the valley.
This is a water pump. We'll put this aside the creek, and then once we fire it up, it'll give us water pressure to run the house.
We'll get this going, and then we'll go up the hill with our pipe and try and restore the water system. You like it?
I like it.
Donovan and Pat take the pump a mile up the valley to the pipe's source.
Hope that tire holds up. We're riding heavy.
Yeah.
The plan is to use the pump to send water from the creek directly to the ranch. But Pat knows it can only be a temporary solution.
You never know if an animal's gonna die upstream. You don't want any of those pathogens getting into your water system, especially for the slaughterhouse, but just for human habitation, for sure. Yeah, just right up like that. That's perfect. That ain't going anywhere, eh?
No.
I like it. Good work, Donovan.
After creating a temporary dam to control the water flow, Donovan fashions a platform for the pump using bits of reclaimed timber and rocks.
Like near perfect.
All right.
Oh, that's pretty good there.
All right.
That looks good.
The next task is to fit the pipe that supplies the ranch to the pump. Fully tanked with gas, it should provide the ranch with water for up to 3 hours.
All right.
Are you full?
Well, we need to top it off. I put what's left in there, but if we don't fill it up, we'll be back here in 2 hours instead of 3.
Oh, that's sweet.
Pat then creates an anchor.
Oh, it's just a surgeon's knot. It tightens on itself.
To secure the inlet pipe to the creek bed.
That's good, Donovan.
Yeah.
Okay, primer and fire up. We should be good to go.
Once they turn on the main valve, the 6-horsepower pump should force water from the creek to the ranch at over 200 gallons a minute.
We need to make it a Donovan-sized hole.
Yeah. I'm going head first. You hold my feet.
Okay.
Hey.
Can you hear it?
I hear it.
It's working. Okay.
Inside, they discover the pump is working well.
Oh.
A bit too well.
You got a leak there?
Yeah.
Do we gotta go shut the water off?
Yep. Oh yeah, around the wall.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay. We gotta shut the water off. Well, we definitely got water, but we also got water coming out the wrong places.
The super high water pressure has pulled the pipe from the wall and broken its seal.
Oh, it broke off in the wall, so it broke off from the fitting instead of the pipe. We're gonna have to cut that fitting.
I lost one battle, but we'll win the war.
Good.
Mechanic turned plumber Donovan first removes the busted fitting before securing a new one.
What happened to the maintenance guy? I heard there was gonna be a...
The maintenance guy?
Yeah.
You're him.
7 hours after arriving, Pat and Connie finally have fresh water.
Okay. Look at that. Very exciting.
All right, got water pressure, that's good.
So, Mr. Harvey and Donovan,
Yeah.
we have water in the kitchen sink.
The fix is just the start of a long summer of work on the ranch. Donovan will have to hope he hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
When I look at all these projects, you know, it is a lot of work. Just never know what you're going to run into until you dig into it.
This is Life on the Edge.
Put your big boy pants on and come and join the fun.
On the southern edge of the desolate Alaska Peninsula, King Cove is a fishing town 600 miles from Anchorage. Its sheltered deepwater harbor is where Charlie Somerville has shipped all the materials he needs to build a brand new wilderness cabin.
It's showtime. Time to stop talking about it. It's time to get down, get your hands dirty, get a few blisters, get some paint on your clothes, dig some holes, and let's get it done.
Charlie has just 5 weeks to build the new cabin before his first paying guests arrive, so there's no time to waste.
This material, it's taken us 3 months from start to finish. By the time I order it, by the time we get it to King Cove, so it's very vital that we get this stuff out there efficiently, without it being broken. Because it's not just a 2x4 or a piece of plywood that we can replace.
Dan, coming behind you.
Shipping the materials from Seattle has already cost Charlie as much as the materials themselves, thousands of dollars.
Step back in case that rope snaps.
We put a lot more at risk this year. We've got 5 weeks to get this thing finished up and online. We're just gonna get it done, knock this thing out of the park, and everybody's gonna have a good time, and that's how it's gonna be.
Given the tight timeline, Charlie won't rest easy until he's personally delivered everything to its final location.
If it's gonna hang over, then we gotta put another pallet under it.
The new cabin is going up at Volcano Bay, a deserted stretch of land teeming with wildlife 20 miles west of King Cove. The building supplies have to make their final journey there by boat. Last year, Charlie's attempts to load the supplies almost ended in disaster.
Whoa, whoa, what?
Stop, stop.
Wheels are off.
This year, Charlie's played it safer and paid extra to load the supplies at King Cove's well-equipped commercial harbor.
No, right tight. It's gotta be right tight to this.
And ex-Michigan police officer Dan King has returned to help Charlie run logistics.
Big change from last year. We had this crane and the ability in the dock, just a safer way to do business. Just get it as close as you can.
We gotta put something under it.
We got another pallet right there.
To unload the supplies at Volcano Bay, Charlie's paying out yet more cash to hire the Melanie Sue, a fishing trawler captained by Melvin Coso, an expert in navigating the lagoon's constantly changing channels and sandbars.
Captain Melvin Coso is a good friend of ours from King Cove. He's got a shallow draft fishing boat that we use every year. He's a very, very high experienced boat captain, and he knows the Volcano Bay area. You know how we ended up last year where you kind of nosed it up on and we could like slide the stuff right off on the beach?
Yeah.
If you can get it close to shore with those hanging over, we can just slide them right off.
To the beach.
That's what I'm thinking.
The Melanie Sue can only make it to shore at high tide. And with Captain Melvin available for just one day, the pressure is on to get loaded up and underway.
No,
no. Pick it up, pick it up.
All in, the cabin's already cost Charlie tens of thousands of dollars.
Just leave them to hang over the back and we'll use it for a shed at the end.
Whit will put it together and design it and use what we got.
It's all working out. Getting the job done, having fun.
He's going to oversee the supply run using the Sound Choice, the 70-foot yacht he's leased for the season.
Huh.
But the Sound Choice has other ideas.
Oh man, oh man. Our generator's not working. That's not a good thing. We have a lot of electronics on board, radar, and depth sounders, and autopilots, electronic steering aids. If we run down the electric power, it could influence some of the safety features on the boat. We're gonna have to deal with this. This is a pretty serious problem.
A broken generator makes the Sound Choice unsafe for the open ocean.
We're gonna have to go down and see what the heck is going on, try to deal with this mess.
And leaves Charlie no choice but to remain docked in King Cove. Back on the dock, the Melanie Sue is loaded and ready to go. If Melvin's going to make Volcano Bay's high tide, he has to go now, dashing Charlie's plan of supervising the unload in a couple of hours.
I've just got to trust my team to get this job done, and I'm confident in Dan and Melvin to get this boat unloaded and get the materials in place.
On the Sound Choice, Charlie's down in the hold looking at the broken generator.
What do we got going here with the generator? Let's just see here a second. Oh, that's not good. Man, what a pain in the... Oh. You can see the black on here. It's definitely heated up. I can smell the burnt plastic. So we definitely got an electrical issue with the main generator.
The blown motherboard could be a disaster for Charlie, impacting more than just the trip to Volcano Bay.
We got to have this thing fixed because the boat's chartered out. There's always that pressure, and that's the thing about up here is you've got the pressure and the remoteness and logistics to get parts and pieces. I'm hoping it's not going to put us back another day, but it's not looking very good right now because we can't take off until we get it resolved. Man, I'm wondering how much this thing's going to cost. Like they say, bust out another 1,000, the definition of a boat. Let's go see if I can get this part ordered.
Until Charlie can track down a new motherboard, he won't know when the yacht can sail again.
Average people just don't understand. We are so far out here in the Aleutians. There's not even daily air service. There's not mail service. It's one logistics after another that we're fighting every day to keep this going.
Still to come, Charlie's pricey supply run risks disaster.
Come back?
The Aleutian Islands has a way of coming back and giving you a big slap of reality in the face.
And on Kodiak Island, Nick Blanco's cabin build hits trouble.
They've just started to lean in one direction, which of course makes me nervous, especially when I'm underneath.
Well, as far as
I gotta put it on there. Hold on.
Charlie Somerville should be in Volcano Bay to oversee the unloading of thousands of dollars of building supplies.
Oh, man, what a pain in the...
Instead, a broken generator.
Man, I'm wondering how much this thing's gonna cost.
Means he and his yacht are stranded 20 miles away in King Cove and going nowhere.
If you lose a generator, you're not gonna have 100% control of your boats. It can definitely turn things very bad.
But Charlie's tracked down a replacement part in Anchorage, 600 miles away. And the good news keeps on coming.
Hey, Steph, this is Dad. I'm out on the boat, and I'm in King Cove, and I got a problem.
His daughter, Stephanie, just happens to be flying home. if she can pick up the replacement part before catching her flight.
I need you to see if you can pick up a new one.
Charlie might get the Sound Choice out to Volcano Bay just in time to help with the offload.
We don't have time to screw around with this. Do whatever you got to do. I don't care what the cost is. I know it's going to be expensive. Love you. Thank you very much. We're hoping we're going to keep our fingers crossed and all of our all the stars align. And if so, we should be back in business.
20 miles southwest, in Volcano Bay, Captain Melvin arrives on the Melanie Sue, loaded with Charlie's building supplies.
Not bad.
With Charlie still marooned in King Cove,
We're gonna be heading to Volcano Bay here.
retired police officer Dan is racing to supervise the safe unloading of the building supplies.
Hey, Dougie, how you doing? Good, how's the channel? Is there a good place for me to dock there or anchor?
Everyone's in the boat.
Okay. I'll follow you in, Dougie. Nice and easy.
Yeah.
It's just gonna help us get into this new, nice, neat, deep channel, straight channel. How you doing, baby? Holy smokes, you guys been kicking butt. First trip in, baby. You think you can haul? I don't know what it can haul.
It can haul a lot.
No!
While the Volcano Bay crew unloads, at Cold Bay Airport, Charlie's daughter, Stephanie, arrives from Anchorage.
Hi, baby. I missed you. Give me a hug.
She's brought the spare part for the broken generator. Charlie can only hope it's the right one.
We took pictures of it. We got the serial numbers. We got the voltage, the amperage, everything we could, and sent those pictures into Stephanie. Because if the store gives you the wrong part, it's going to cost us thousands and thousands of dollars in the end.
Where is this utmost important part?
Right here.
Okay.
Helicopter pilot Justin will fly the part across the freezing ocean to King Cove. And as an expert mechanic, he'll install it too.
Justin's a great guy. He's our techno guy. You know, when you're a helicopter and a plane pilot and a tech guy, it's you definitely have a lot of strong attributes for remote Alaska.
Battling 50-mile-an-hour headwinds and low visibility, it takes Justin just 10 minutes to make the 19-mile journey.
Did a helicopter just fly over? Yeah, that's our helicopter. Justin just flew in with a special delivery, and I'm hoping that this is gonna solve the problem. Justin, man, thanks again for getting that thing over here.
My pleasure.
Special delivery, Justin Air.
Yeah.
This is giving me a little bit of heartburn. I'm gonna tell you, I'm hoping that we can get this thing put in and we fire this thing up.
Charlie's betting the motherboard's at fault, but until Justin's installed the replacement, he won't know for sure.
There was a fuse there. This is jumpered, so.
But it's been like that since 2018.
Okay. We just need to hope that something else didn't happen that created this problem, and then we have to buy another one of these plus whatever else was doing it.
$700 a trial, it gets a little spendy. It's a little hot down here in the engine room. I think I'm sweating from being nervous.
There you go.
I'll switch the load on up there and see what happens. Okay. Are you comfortable with watching this as I do that?
I'll stand back. If I see
Just
sparks,
scream to me.
At least I'll know where the sparks are coming from.
So if anything doesn't look right, if I hear from you, it means shut it off quick. Okay, Justin, the generator's on. I'm gonna hit the main switch and make sure nothing happens. Everything's making power, no alarms.
I think we have it.
Woo! Goodness gracious, we got this thing. All the lights are on, everything is good, so I'm excited. We're out of here.
With the yacht's electricals back online, Charlie can finally motor to Volcano Bay and check on the safe unloading of his precious building supplies.
It's always something. If it's not the weather, it's tide. If it's not the tide, it's the boats. That's what we're doing behind the scenes out here to get this stuff ready. So when the people show up, everything's gonna be honky-dory.
Over in Volcano Bay, the midnight sun is finally setting, but the team is still hard at work.
I don't know if it's almost midnight. It's got to be close. So we're rolling.
A lot of the equipment's been offloaded. Melvin's been doing a good job being a captain out here on the grounds, right?
As the last supplies come off, Charlie and the Sound Choice finally arrive.
Grady White, Sound Choice.
Go ahead, Sound Choice. It's Grady White.
Yeah, how you making out, Dan?
Well, they got all the personal gear unloaded. We got the trailer unloaded, started hauling 2x4s. We're gonna do 2 more pallets of stuff and then call it a night.
Yeah, loud and clear.
It's been a great team effort and everyone's jumped in and done what has to be done. Everyone's doing a great job. I hope Charlie will be happy.
I am so excited. We got the boat in and everything is safe. We got it anchored up. We're getting the supplies off and everything is going right as planned. And I am just ecstatic about how good everything's going.
But now the team's real work begins. Building a cabin in just a few weeks and taking whatever the cradle of storms throws at them head on.
It can be miserable, it can be cold, windy, rainy, and I think some of the boys might be in for a rude awakening this year. The Aleutian Islands has a way of coming back and giving you a big slap of reality in the face.
Still to come, over in Larson Bay, rotten foundations threaten Nick Blanco's dream build.
The hell? Yeah, that's not good.
And on Umnak Island, mechanic Donovan Judd takes a ride in a 4-wheel drive bomb.
Gotta go nice and slow because we got, I don't know, about a couple thousand pounds of explosives on the back.
370 miles from Volcano Bay is Larson Bay, on the western side of Kodiak Island. This isolated fishing settlement is home to around 30 people, including tracker and wilderness guide Nick Blanco. This summer, Nick is taking a huge gamble. He's investing his life savings, converting these old fishing shacks into hunting lodges for paying clients.
My mission this season is to build a comfortable off-grid cabin, but there's a lot of work to be done, and there's not a ton of people to do it.
Nick needs to get his cabins rebuilt before winter sets in. And only a week after starting, his project is in trouble.
Hey, you gotta check this out, Nick.
That part already broke off.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's not good.
He and construction worker Dan have discovered that the 100-year-old pilings supporting one of the cabins are uneven. If he doesn't fix them, the cabin could slide downhill onto the beach.
I don't like what I'm seeing, but there's no supports anywhere right here, really.
To save the structure, Nick needs to manually jack it up from the pilings and level it out. It's a tough job to get right.
Definitely in big anticipation right now, just hoping everything goes well. I mean, this is definitely one of the most difficult parts of the build.
Jacking up a building from underneath isn't just difficult. If not done properly, it could crush anyone working underneath it. So he's drafted in old school friend Charlie Smith for extra muscle and to minimize the risk.
Charlie and I have been friends for a long time, going back to middle school. So it's great having somebody around with so many common experiences.
Nick's got guts. He's always been like this. As long as I've known him, he's really resourceful, and he never quits.
The plan is to jack up and level out one end of the cabin, and then the other. They begin by inserting a beam across the full width of the structure to support it during the lift.
Definitely gonna have to reset the jacks a few times, but no problem with me.
The worst thing that could happen is if the floor comes down or if the wall comes down while we're at the base.
The beam is placed onto a line of 4 jacks, which run the length of the cabin.
It's good. It's good. Oh! 1, 2, 3. A little bit more. 1, 2, 3. Nice, Dan. Yeah, this is a bottle jack. It uses hydraulic pressure. I know it's enough to lift it. I just hope it does it without tearing it apart.
With several tons of cabin sitting over them, Nick and Charlie pump the jacks, and the beam lifts the structure away from the pilings. But before the team can start to lift the other end of the cabin, Nick spots something dangerously wrong.
Just look at this, though, real quick, Charlie. Right here, come here. Oh, come further. Now, watch, tell me what you see.
Let me get my eyeballs right on it. It's
Okay.
like moving this way.
Well, that's kind of freaked me out that it's moving that way.
As the cabin is being jacked up, several of the pilings are shifting even further sideways.
This one moved too, Nick.
Oh, look, look. That piling's coming off over there.
They've just started to lean and list pretty heavily to one direction, which of course makes me nervous, especially when I'm underneath this building.
Nick's solution is to install a bracing system across the pilings to keep them vertical.
We'll lock it all together with the cross bracing. It's difficult because the ground under it's compressing and the wood is compressing. I'm just worried. It's very old, but I feel confident if I can level it out that it'll be okay. All this cross bracing will really sturdy things up.
In the lower 48, this problem could be solved with purpose-made steel cross bracing. Here on Kodiak, Nick has to improvise with whatever he can find. In this case, lengths of timber.
Never quit, Charlie. Never quit.
Kodiak and especially Larson Bay in particular is pretty far out on the supply chain. So anything out here, we try to make last, for sure.
The Bush-engineered bracing will keep the cabin safe until Nick has money for a more permanent solution.
That looks straight up and down, right, Charlie?
From this angle, yeah, dude, it looks straight.
pretty short.
I mean, the fact that the building hasn't fallen on us, that's all I give about.
Yeah.
With the pilings braced, the team can at last prepare to lift the other side of the cabin.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Back. You gotta go back that way, Charlie.
Yep. How's that?
A little bit farther back.
Back?
Yeah, back. A little bit farther
I gotta
back.
put it on there. Hold on.
You about ready to start jacking, Dan?
Yep. I've been waiting all day.
As Dan and Nick pump the bottle jacks, Charlie is tasked with ensuring the supporting beam remains in place.
I didn't think I'd be crawling underneath the deck in dead kelp and then smashing my finger. Gloves still reek of fish.
I like everything I see back there, Charlie. As far as I'm concerned, we're done back there. I've never leveled something so big and that was so out of level. Usually it's just a couple of inches that you have to level something out, but I mean, on the front left corner of this building, it'll probably be more like a foot and a half.
With the cabin level, the team insert wedges or shims between the floor and pilings to ensure it stays that way.
Once these are straightened out, especially there on the corner, I'll feel a lot better, and I'm sure Nick will too. I feel great, and I feel relieved, especially now that we got everything completely level. completely reinforced. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm also happy to be out from underneath that building and what felt like, you know, a little bit of a sketchy situation at first, but I knew that Nick knew what he was doing.
The day has gone better than Nick could have hoped for. But he's going to need a lot more like this one if he wants to keep his dream of transforming these shacks into high-end lodges alive. Still to come on Umnak Island, bush ingenuity saves Donovan's day.
Seen it work before with mini bikes. This is a little bit bigger.
Got it! And predator patrol in False Pass.
Was certain that it was going to end bad. It was like something out of a horror film.
Cowboy Pat Harvey and his wife Connie own the most westerly ranch in the United States. It's on the island of Umnak in the shadow of a 3,500-foot-high mountain. But the couple have made the difficult decision to retire. For the past year, they've been preparing to sell the ranch and their feral herd of over 10,000 organic grass-fed cattle.
We're just in a holding pattern right now on the cattle thing because we're hoping to sell it and get somebody that's interested in taking over, and I just want to pass on something that's a working ranch.
All the supplies to keep the ranch running must be shipped in by boat or plane. Today, a consignment of fuel has arrived by boat from further up the Aleutian chain. Now, Pat, Connie, and their mechanic Donovan must get the tanks safely to shore, and fast.
It's precarious leaving them for any amount of time because we've had instances in the past where a rogue wave has come in and just knocked things right off the dock. So good to get them where they're safe and sound.
Between the dock and safe storage at the ranch house lies a 3-mile-long World War II military road. But it's been shredded by 80 years of Aleutian storms.
All the work that the military done in World War II to create these switchback roads to bridges going across the creek and then back up the other side, all got wiped out.
Pat's faithful old 1978 GMC 600 is nearing retirement too. But she can still haul heavy cargo along these treacherous roads.
Thank God for this truck. It'd be about, I don't know, at least 10 trips with the wheeler back and forth doing a mile at a time. That poor little wheeler trailer that we got's kind of bow-legged.
Donovan is hauling 7 cylinders of compressed propane gas and 3 55-gallon drums of gasoline.
Gotta go nice and slow because we got, I don't know, about a couple thousand pounds of explosives on the back.
Half a mile into the journey, Donovan hears an ominous rattle from his cargo.
I really feel like we should strap that 400-pounder on because the road does get really bumpy towards the end. Just rip my pants, it's fun.
Donovan beefs up his rigging with a heavyweight ratchet strap.
That's better. We can go a little bit faster now that everything is strapped down really good. This is the tricky part. There's a ravine up ahead that you gotta stay to the left of it.
The roughed-up road is taking a toll on the ancient truck.
I don't know. Let's check. We're getting spark because it's firing. Oh. It's acting like it ain't got no fuel. I know we got gas in it because we put it in there. Okay. All right. Yeah, there's no fuel in the fuel filter. Dead giveaway. The pump's probably gone out, I'd imagine.
The broken fuel pump is starving the engine of gas.
If we were anywhere else, I'd find an old fuel pump and fix it. But out here, we are 70 miles via boat to the nearest auto parts store.
Donovan and his volatile cargo are now stranded in the middle of the island.
I am not walking all the way back. I'm not doing that. We really need this propane back there, and if we lose this truck, we can't really make it back there. Or at least it'll, instead of being one trip wheelie, it'll take 10 trips. It'll take all day, we'll lose time, which we don't have much of out here.
Donovan needs an Aleutian solution, fast.
Being able to fix stuff with minimal tools requires more, it's not even knowledge, it's just a different way to think around a problem. Like being able to look at it from all different angles and figure out, you know, if it doesn't work this way, how do we get to it?
Siphon gas into an old water bottle. And thankfully, this car is a carbureted car. So it doesn't require a lot of fuel pressure, it just requires fuel. You could build a gravity feed, not ideal, but it's a lot better than getting stuck out here.
Donovan's bush fix will feed gas directly to the engine, bypassing the busted fuel pump.
Hopefully this works. I've seen it work before with mini bikes. This is a little bit bigger motor's a motor. I need something to hook this up so we can get it above the carburetor so it'll gravity feed into it. So now we got fuel in the fuel filter, which is good. See if it works. Oh, come on. Oh, promising. Got it! All right, that works. Now we can get all this propane down there. We got it. All right. Let's close the hood and get home before something else goes wrong. All right. Oh, man. That is always nice when an idea and a plan goes together. Hey. That's amazing. Truck's actually running better than it was when the fuel pump was barely working. Back in town, there used to be this one dude who had a 20-gallon gas can strapped to the hood of his car and a gas line that go into his carburetor, so that's kind of where I picked it up. Don't you start. Get to see our destination, which is nice. Oh, and I gotta fix the air horn too.
Back at the ranch, Pat and Connie are keen to stash the precious fuel out of the elements.
It's a relief to get them here because we need the gasoline and we need the propane for cooking, and you know, all these things are really important.
With his ingenious bush fix,
I'll show you.
young gun Donovan has definitely earned his Aleutian spurs.
We got a gravity-fed fuel bottle.
Pure genius. It's incredible. Nothing stops this kid. Donovan MacGyver Judd. That's his new name. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Got us home.
Well, it doesn't come any better than that. He's good at what he does, and he gets results. It's just, for a 25-year-old guy to have that kind of instinct on equipment, it's just amazing.
The most important thing out here is to get as much stuff as I can running in as short amount of time as possible,
I love it.
which I'm totally up for.
Okay, guys, well, let's go. We'll have lunch.
Sounds like a good plan.
Sounds like a great plan.
Still to come, in False Pass, Stephen Kennedy faces off against America's apex predator.
You never know what you're gonna see when you walk out here.
Early morning in False Pass. This tiny settlement on the western edge of Unimak Island lies around 800 miles from the Alaskan mainland. This is one of America's final frontiers and home to Stephen Kennedy and his family.
This is the north side of False Pass. Here we're looking north, northeast, down the pass here. A little green cabin down there with the white roof, that's our tiny house that we're in the middle of building now.
Stephen and his wife Jana are raising 2 young children in this wilderness. And every day is a journey of discovery.
We know that we have a lot to be thankful for, but it's not always easy. It's a very tempering process, if I were to say that.
And then it's free food for them.
Thank you. There's times where I'm in the quenching moment. I feel like, this is great. And then there's other times where I'm back under the anvil, you know, right back at it, getting folded in half again and trying to be made stronger.
The Kennedy homestead sits in one of the most isolated, wildest places in North America, where they've had to learn to deal with the threat from local wildlife.
Hey, bear. I like to talk to the bears as much as possible, you know. It's good to announce your presence before you walk into the room, you know. Nobody likes being surprised, the bears included.
There are over 500 bears on this 20-mile wide island, and encounters with their human neighbors are on the rise.
The worst thing that can happen is they eat your lunch and they eat you too. I kind of say that lightheartedly, but it is a very serious problem. Once you have an encounter and realize that that is a real possibility, it will change your perspective for sure.
These 1,000-pound predators have proved a real problem as the Kennedys try to grow their small holding.
One thing I really miss was having a goat. We used to have a goat, and
he dragged me down the mountain.
Yeah, that's right. And we would get a gallon of milk a day, and boy, it was really nice. It was nice. But then the bears showed up, and that put the kibosh to that.
Opening up the chicken coop to let the dog out. See, this is Julie. Julie, leave it.
Family pet Thule is part Great Dane and part Mastiff,
Willie, she's a good dog. Willie.
and trained to protect the Kennedys' hens from bear attack by scaring them off with aggressive barking.
We have one big rooster, and his name is Frankie. They get this weird zombie expression when they're laying eggs. They get super still.
The chickens are a large source of our food. We get a lot of eggs from our chickens. Thank you. How many eggs? 14 eggs this morning. Okay.
Stephen has learned up close that it's not just his animals who are vulnerable to bear attacks.
We've had multiple bears try to get into the home. We had one incident where a bear was very, very aggressively trying to break down the door. This bear was right in my face in the door, and the wall was bowing in, and I was certain that it was going to end bad. It was like something out of a horror film. It's a very real, visceral reminder that there are some real dangers out here that we need to be prepared for.
Thanks to a neighbor's blaring car horn, the bear left before it could get to Stephen, Jana, and the children.
It was definitely a humbling experience. It really made me think a lot differently after that about a lot of things. You know, myself, my life, my family, our safety, the condition of our structures around here.
Stephen has found that rather than lie in bed worrying about whether his family are safe, it's better to go and do something to make sure that they are.
Before I go out anywhere or around any corner, I'm always checking, because you never know. You never know what you're going to see when you walk out here. And it's best to assume that you're going to see something.
Grizzlies are known to hunt at any hour. To protect his family, Stephen, equipped with his Mossberg 500 shotgun, is going on a nocturnal bear patrol.
What I'm doing right now, I'm using the thermal to scan the hills. This will show me anything that might be in the area. Anything that is in the near vicinity of us is going to appear as a pretty bright spot in my frame here. So far, it's looking good. Looking pretty good right now. The road looks clear all the way down.
Stephen makes for the local cannery, a known haunt for hungry grizzlies.
The fish plant processors will dump any leftover foods from the galley in here oftentimes, and the bears, of course, really like that free meal.
Alaska has more fatal bear attacks than any other state, averaging around 4 per year.
Out here, we get grizzly bear as big as 12+ feet. They are creatures of massive size and strength, and without the assistance of modern technology, we are at a severe disadvantage.
Soon, the Alaskan dawn breaks. Stephen finally feels comfortable stepping out of the truck.
There's a really nice stream that runs up from the ocean here, and we get a lot of salmon spawning up here, and this is the bears love this spot. Oh yeah, we've got some fish jumping around in here. So the bears will come down, they'll get their fill of these humpies. It's really a treat actually to see them and watch them. I mean, they're amazing. They're amazing animals.
While there's evidence of bears feeding, Stephen sees none nearby.
It's all quiet this morning. It's a good morning. It's nice little breeze. The fish are jumping. There's no bears in the village trying to get in any houses.
As the sun rises over False Pass, Stephen can rest easy in the knowledge that his family are safe for another day.
That's a beautiful day. The sun's out and there's no bears around, so we're doing great.
This is Life on the Edge.
Put your big boy pants on and come and join the fun.
At the tail end of the Alaska Peninsula, Volcano Bay is a wildlife hotspot, 600 miles southwest of Anchorage. Expert guide Charlie Somerville has spent thousands of dollars shipping construction materials here as he expands his business by building a second wilderness lodge.
This is one of the new guest cabins, and it's going to be a little nicer, a little fancier, all finished off. We're going to have a nice bathroom in there. So there'll be one bedroom, another bedroom, and then a bathroom in the middle.
The first guests arrive in 4 weeks. It's a tight timeline, but he's confident the job will get done.
Everything overall has been going pretty good. We're right on schedule. We've got a good crew. We're going to have some more bad weather, of course, and there's going to be some more trials and tribulations, but I think in the end, we're going to win the battle.
Before his crew can start building the cabin, they need to make a repair. The temporary road connecting the camp to the beach has been destroyed by weather and ATV wheels.
On the hunt for timber.
The beach is littered with large driftwood logs.
This would be perfect. I like that for a road.
Which can be used to build and reinforce the track.
This is like playing in a great big sandcastle.
By the end of the morning, the resurfaced track is ready for a test drive.
I think that's money.
Smooth as butter.
Up at camp, the cabin build can finally get going. Head carpenter Whit leads the construction.
Right there, that's perfect.
Starting with the foundations, based on a blueprint similar to the cabin they built last year.
I know that we overbuilt the structure of it and it paid off. So the goal is to do the same thing here and make sure that this cabin lasts as well as that cabin right there. I didn't come here to do a job incorrectly this time.
The new cabin needs to stand up to the region's epic storms.
So my goal here is I want to have this back skid section made, and then from there we can start doing the posts on the other side. Tell me what I'm touching.
The foundation skids will require nearly 80 feet of reinforced 4x8 lumber. But after laying in the first row, it's clear the crew is running short.
We didn't have enough skids. I'm not sure what happened with the order. I know we're missing a number of different things. He only has 3 skids and we need more than that.
Ordering lumber would cost hundreds of dollars in freight and take weeks to arrive. Their only option is to recycle last year's offcuts.
The resource aspect of it is always tough. There's no hardware store just to run to and be like, oh, we forgot this, go run and grab a couple. It's not an option, so we have to make do. This is our local friendly hardware store right now. It's not something that ideally would want to do, but it is what it is.
Is there a hand you need over there?
Once the salvaged skids are cut,
that's probably good. We just need one more cut.
Dan and Kirby continue to stretch supplies with more of the lagoon's driftwood.
We're looking for our posts so we can support the building. We want to put those pylons in the ground to build our platform on top of it. So I think we're going to take this back.
To protect the cabin from the region's hurricane-force winds and occasional earthquakes, Whit wants to build the structure as low to the ground as possible.
I want to make sure that this edge is down lower, just so we don't catch the wind. At that back corner is a foot above this string line, and this is 6 inches, almost 7, maybe 5 inches higher.
Building so low to the ground means digging into a large area of sand dune, but Whit thinks it's worth it.
The whole beach was changed this last year by that wind. I mean, that wind was impressive, obviously. Here, this breeze coming off the ocean is constant, but when it's 120 miles an hour, I want this anchored down and low.
Charlie disagrees. The sand holds together the root system for the dunes they're building on. He thinks removing too much could make the site unstable.
Well, in the perfect world, if we didn't have to dig, it would be better. That's why I'm saying...
The thing I'm worried about is the wind coming over that hill.
I want to disturb the least amount of dirt that we have to.
I get that, yeah, totally.
And the back is not going to be an issue. The front, we might end up, when we get done, I'm going to have some extra plywood so you won't even see it.
Charlie's also concerned that if the cabin is too low to the ground, it won't be accessible for maintenance.
Maybe not that high, but just so that a human being can lay under there and not totally be smashed, jammed up. So we're just doing a little thinking to save some aggravation when a fat guy like me's got to climb underneath there and fix stuff and drain pipes in October.
Right there would be the floor height then, Charlie, if we go that high up.
What do you think? You think that's
I think that's too high. And it's going to be higher on that side, I believe, because you see how it's tapering down.
Something happens, me and Dan are the ones that are going to have to crawl under this.
I mean, the option of Dan losing weight isn't.
Well, I just. Yeah, well, then we can go down. Just go down 6 inches.
Mr. Wisconsin, my wife will like that. I've been doing a lot of plumbing back at home, opening and closing the cabins. Can we make that metal section removable so I can unscrew it and get down under the plumbing and that kind of stuff in the bathrooms?
Well, there's going to be a panel in the back.
But if we just make the boards in there so we can get it up and off, that solves our problem. We can get in and out.
We can make it work that way.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Dan's solution to add a trap door to the crawl space gives Whit his wind protection, Charlie his access, and gets the construction back on track.
The weather's beautiful. Dan's ready to rock and roll here. We're back to just you and me, sweetheart.
Good old days, right?
It's like the good old days.
This is what I mean. We're sitting here working. We got a beautiful wolf right over here, feeding on some fresh salmon coming in. We got these buffed out, shirtless dudes just getting after it. We're getting it done. Enjoying life, enjoying the day, fun in the sun.
It's been a decent start to the project for Charlie and his crew. But here in the Aleutians, the weather has a bad habit of getting in the way.
Yeah, you know, that's the biggest thing. Everyone's always telling me we could build this in 5 days, and I'm like, yeah, in the lower 48. We're getting some gusts up to 35. Supposed to hit 40, but we got to get this wall up. Can't stop now. We're dealing with the weather. We're dealing with the foundation, the logistics. Everything is fighting you all the time. If it flips over, it'll crush somebody.
Push the other end. I can't. Push that down. I'm holding it down.
Still to come, Pat and Connie Harvey visit one of America's last true frontiersmen.
He said it's a great life if you never weaken. He says it all about life in the Aleutian Islands.
And over on Kodiak Island, motor trouble derails Nick Blanco's cabin build.
There's something majorly up in this motor.
Pat and Connie Harvey own a 500,000-acre mega ranch on Umnak Island, toward the tip of the Aleutian chain. Today, they're traveling to visit one of their nearest neighbors, 12 miles away, by boat.
We're on our way down to Chernovsky Harbor today on Alaska Island. And we should pull in there in the next hour or so.
Chernovsky Harbor is home to Art Christensen, a longtime friend and true Aleutian pioneer.
Right on there, Arch. Well, we're just a mile off the gun site right now, so it won't be too long and we'll be in the harbor. And how's everything looking over there today? Oh yeah, everything's good here, Pat. I'm glad you made it. Okay, Roger. Yeah, we might stop at your place, bring your stuff in and whatnot. Okay, Pat. Well, we'll look for you. Sure glad to see you. Is Connie with you? Roger. She won't let me out of her sight, Art.
I'm really excited to stop in and see Art. Pat met Art 30 years ago up here, and they've been really good friends ever since. He's a wonderful character. He's very interesting, and he's well loved in the community.
Art runs the most westerly sheep ranch in North America, more than 950 miles from Anchorage, surrounded by the freezing Bering Sea. Pat and Connie, along with their mechanic Donovan, have traveled here to check in on their old friend and bring him vital supplies.
Hey, nice hat.
Yeah, you too. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Pat.
Worked out good
Long
for
out here.
weather.
Not the same without you.
The Aleutian Islands can be a lonely old world, and neighbors are few and far between. But everybody kind of understands each other's needs here. Everybody tries to help in whatever ways they can. They keep track of each other and just check in on each other.
You guys did.
Hi, Connie. You made it.
Oh, wow. We got...
Good to see you there, scallywag.
Unlike Pat and Connie, Art lives on his ranch all year long. And with no roads in or out, he relies on visits like this to keep him stocked with everything he needs to survive.
So, Art, he's got 2 drums of gas for you, and he thought you should pull them up with your bike. And then the rest of it's all boxes and stuff that we need to grab at the beach and bring up. That was a good load. Real good. Isn't it, Art?
It's shearing season, and with 300 sheep to clip, Art has got a busy few days ahead. Working with him is Parker Kennedy, an Aleutian who's helping on the ranch for a few weeks.
Wild country takes wild guys to live in.
Did it all good? Or?
So they tell me. There's been some rough times out here.
Let's put this stuff out of the weather in the warehouse at least, and then... Connie!
Come on, quit looking for heart-shaped rocks.
Art's ranch was built in 1919. Art himself is 73 years old and has been working here for half a century.
I sheared sheep professionally for most of my life. I came here when I was 23, and I just had so much fun. We worked hard then, but when you're young, you just go. And every corner has something new around it.
Not much has changed on Art's ranch over the years. Not much at all.
This is a wool sacker, a hydraulic sacker. It's one of the first. They got this very early. The last I used it, it was still running. You can tell me if I'm wrong, Pat, but I think they're castrating horses with these.
I don't know how I do it.
Art relies on the wool he shears for his income. But storm damage to his roof means his stock is in danger of being spoiled.
The structure is compromised because the roof leaked. It needs tin on the roof.
Pat has brought Art a sheet of tarp so he can protect his fleeces until more permanent repairs can be made.
And I got a tarp up here because the roof leaks so bad until I can get it in a sack.
That shearing shed was a little run down, but you could tell he takes decent care of what he's got because he needs it. It's essential for him. So he does the best he can with what he's got and makes it work.
It's really hard to manage a place like that by yourself, but it's a real pioneer breed out here, and everybody knows that there's certain things that everybody has to do to survive.
This morning, Parker's helping Art to herd his flock ahead of shearing, and he's hoping it goes better than last time.
It was the last one we had to shear in this big old ramp. I went to go in there and catch him for Art to shear. He jumped right when he got to me, got me under the nose of the back of his head and knocked me flat, ran over the top of me, broke my nose. We got him though, got him sheared. Yeah.
Come on, sheep.
The sheep here are feral, descended from those brought over by the first European settlers in Alaska around 280 years ago.
Hey, pretty good.
When the sun comes out like it is today, it's really brilliant. It's the hard times that make for the good, though.
You want to help with the sheep, Donovan?
Yeah, we'll shot.
Inside the shed, Art and Parker give Donovan a crash course in sheep wrangling.
They're scared. I like them to handle them as slow as we can. They move easy if you go slow. Otherwise, they kind of freeze up. It scares them. And they're not used to being around humans.
After shearing countless thousands of sheep in his time, Art knows how physically demanding it can be.
It's a sling that I started using when I got old.
So he's bush engineered a harness to help ease the load.
And that's a kit to take the weight off my back a little bit.
It takes just 2 minutes to rid each sheep of 10 pounds of their winter coat. For Art, the bigger challenge is getting his fleeces to the mainland to make money.
Probably bring 90 cents a pound at a market. And it's so bulky that it's hard to ship out of here. Cost of shipping out of here just eats up any profit there is in the sheep.
Art hopes that someone like Parker will take over the ranch so that sheep herding the old way doesn't die out here when he leaves.
Okay, come out right here, go ahead. I enjoy teaching and passing on things because there's techniques that you can't learn by trial and error.
Art isn't sure how many more seasons he'll spend on the ranch. That decision, he believes, is in someone else's hands.
I have a big window there and I have a rocking chair, and I spend a lot of time looking out the window thinking about what the future holds. If the ranch is a failure or success, it belongs to God.
It's this kind of philosophy that helps people like Art to flourish on these islands.
I said, oh, Art, good morning. I said, you know what, we have a wonderful life. And he said, it's a great life if you never weaken. And I thought that was brilliant. You know, that says it all about life in the Aleutian Islands.
As evening closes in, Pat and Connie must prepare to head home. They're taking boxes of Art's lamb with them to sell for him in Dutch Harbor, the nearest market, 70 miles away.
Sells the lambs in Dutch for about 400 bucks, I think, each. So it's pretty good income for him.
He's pretty tough, but he tries hard, and he'll still be here the next time we come back. Bye.
Art Christensen is one of America's few remaining true frontiersmen.
Love ya!
And the Cradle of Storms is one of the few places where he can continue to thrive.
It takes a very special breed of person to run a place like that over there. Art Christensen, to run that herd of sheep by himself, alone, in the Aleutian Islands. It's very similar to Pat Harvey. They're just unique, both of them. I think that's why they're friends.
Pat and Connie leave their friend under clear Aleutian skies. But as they return to their ranch, they know that out here, moments of peace like this are short-lived. Still to come, in Volcano Bay, it's Charlie versus Mother Nature.
The Aleutian Islands has a way of coming back and giving you a big slap of reality in the face.
Push to the other end!
And in Larson Bay, Nick Blanco fights to fix his storm-ravaged roof.
When you get injured out here, you're like 4 hours away from the hospital.
In Alaska's Volcano Bay,
Salmon are in, the weather's beautiful, Dan's ready to rock and roll here. It's like the good old days.
Charlie Somerville's crew have got the new cabin's foundations off to a strong start.
We're getting it done.
To keep to Charlie's 4-week deadline, the walls must go up today. But the weather has different plans.
Everything's wet. It's just not fun to always be wet. We're just always wet.
Cold, windy, miserable day. So I'm just gonna get a fire going here.
It's a little harder to get everybody going because, I mean, trust me, nobody wants to go stand in the wind and the rain and pound nails.
It doesn't cause work to be harder, it just makes it more miserable.
Rain can fall here over 250 days of the year. The deluge isn't just demoralizing.
We're gonna cover it up right now.
It's putting the construction materials at risk. Yet another reason they can't wait out the rain.
The longer this lumber sits out here exposed, the wetter it gets, the more warped it gets. And we've got 4 days of crappy weather, so we can sit here and do nothing, and complain about it, or we can work through it.
And we really want to go fishing.
If you want to know the truth, they know we can't go have fun until we get this building up, and I promised them a lot of fun.
That's the only reason I'm here right now.
In spite of the downpour, the crew gets the first wall up fast. But it's not all good news. The wind is set to increase to near gale force speeds of 40 miles per hour. Not ideal for raising a cabin.
Let's run this right now.
Yeah, just go right around the
Charlie hopes that the newly raised back wall will shield the wind as they raise the front wall. As the gusts get stronger, the crew fixes the vapor barrier, then wooden panels to the lumber frame.
Just sealing up this joint so when we overlap it, the wind and the rain don't come in there. There's lots of ways to build. You can build laying down, you can build standing up. We want to get this back wall up to block the wind for the front wall, because that front wall is the biggest wall we've got, and that's going to catch the most wind.
The rear wall is up and exposed. Until all 4 walls are in place, the whole structure is in danger of blowing down.
It's very windy out here today. I think the wind's 30 miles an hour. Feels a lot harder with the sails that I'm holding.
One down, 3 to go.
So you want to be an Alaskan guide in the Aleutians. Put your big boy pants on and come and join the fun.
After struggling against the wind to secure the back wall's vapor barrier, Charlie comes up with a new plan before they raise the front wall.
We decided because of the wind and the weather, we were going to prefab the walls on the ground, build them, and then stand them up and tie them all together in the safest way we could.
Well, when we stand this up, the wind's going to catch it and want to flip it over.
Fixing the vapor barrier to the front wall before it's raised will save time and effort later on. But it turns the wall into a 200-square-foot sail, just as the wind gets even stronger.
We got a little wind going today. Some gusts up to 40. Can't stop now. We got to get it closed in or the whole structure ends up being weak.
To protect the wall frame and the crew, Charlie and Whit quickly attach braces to support the wall as it goes up.
This is going to be the fail-safe if things go sideways.
If it flips over, it'll crush somebody.
Kirby's feeling strong and we're going for it.
I'm ready. We're going to try this out, see how it goes. So
we got this bracket, we have that. You're going to have yours there to dive in, to hold on. I have this one on this edge right here, Dan. And we have Dan, the man, in the middle. 242, a pure muscle.
Yeah.
The team are finally ready to lift the back wall.
Oh, boy.
No problem. Oh, boy. Okay, don't let it kick off of there.
You got it.
How's it looking? Back a little bit. Pull it back a little bit.
Tell them that end's got to go out.
And I look over at Kirby, and Kirby's literally getting lifted off the ground.
Push the other end. I can't. Push that down. What are you doing?
I'm holding it down.
Push that. You got to get over there.
What do you want me to do?
You got to push the stand up.
He said he's losing it.
Yeah, you're pulling it. It's pulling off. I got it now, so it won't slide off. No, the front. Brett, your end's not even square yet. Is that pretty straight?
It took a lot of fighting, a lot of thinking things through, and we pushed it as hard as we could, right at the edge. But in the end, it all worked out. It went up. The wind was trying to tip the wall over, but we didn't let it, and we conquered it, and we got the walls up.
This is a big moment of truth here.
It was pretty crazy to think how close we were to losing that thing, and someone could have got hurt.
If we didn't work and fight through the weather, we would get nothing done. We don't have the luxury of sitting home and drinking coffee and calling in because the wind's blowing or the rain's blowing. You just work through it and you get it done.
It's child's play. Just another day up in Bush, Alaska.
And it's almost perfect.
And it's not moving.
It's not even flexing hardly.
For Charlie, it's a day to celebrate.
I'm going to go and start dinner, put some nice spa music on, and get our chi in order.
But in the cradle of storms, you should never celebrate too early.
They did a great job, and I'm really proud and happy with it. But this place can tear your soul out, and the Aleutian Islands has a way of coming back and giving you a big slap of reality in the face.
Still to come.
We're just flooding the engine.
Over on Kodiak Island,
Was there something going on with it?
mutiny is in the air.
Does Nick ever buy anything that works?
Larsen Bay on Kodiak Island, more than 250 miles southwest of Anchorage. It's where hunting and fishing guide Nick Blanco is renovating these 100-year-old cabins. He's planning to turn them into upmarket hunting lodges for paying guests. Nick and his team have stabilized the weak foundation.
As far as I'm concerned, we're done back there.
Now, with winter just a few weeks away, they urgently need to turn their attention to the leaking roofs.
This is the building season. You build when it's warmer and lots of daylight. So I really got to make hay when the sun's shining and just take advantage of every hour we have over here.
We got to be ready in about 3 weeks, so we don't got a whole lot of time to patch up the roof. And as you can see here, we got a little bit of work left to do today.
Making a crumbling 100-year-old wooden structure watertight against the Alaskan weather is no easy task. That's why the team have been joined by Michigan-born Taylor Dandron, a builder and electrician.
What I'm saying is you got to get the plywood on there, and then you can put this back up.
Taylor is a really good friend of mine. Exactly the kind of guy you need around these off-grid places because you got to do everything yourself. No, I'm not cutting that. That's staying.
Well, how are you going to get the plywood on there?
now.
How are you going to get the plywood on?
That's more than 8 foot.
8 foot comes to right here.
Yeah, that can stay.
Much of the roof is rotten, but money and fresh timber are in short supply. So Nick must salvage what he can.
You know, some of these boards could definitely be good for a few things around here.
And with the nearest hardware store a couple of 100 miles away, Nick has to cut 1 or 2 other corners as well.
I think a real professional crew would have some scaffolding and stuff like that to make the job safer, but it's not in the cards right now over here. So we're just making do with what we have. Be really careful where you're stepping up here.
After climbing into the rafters, Nick uses a sheet of marine-grade plywood held in place with extra-long screws to make the roof weather-tight.
What we're doing is starting from the bottom, working up, so you're tucked under each piece where it laps. So when the water comes down, it's going to roll off of it this way.
It's really important to keep water out of your building, so getting that water out of here, and we got one more spot over here to think about. Put a whole new roof on this place.
Next, Nick fixes the reclaimed timber on top of the plywood. But at 20 feet above the ground, he's regretting his decision to make do without professional scaffolding.
This frickin' wood is slippery, man. Mother. I should have better safety equipment, but I don't really have time to wait for it. It's just me up on the roof, so I'm just gonna get it done.
Fitting the corrugated iron sheet is even more of a challenge. And with the closest hospital a flight away, Charlie's getting nervous.
I think it looks great, but I am worried about him up there. I'd hate to see him take a fall, especially this remote too. You know, you get injured out here, you're like 4 hours away from the hospital.
Nick's grip holds firm. And with a few more screws, so do the sheets of corrugated iron.
That's a good fix. Getting a lot of the roof on really makes me feel like even more building on the inside now. So happy about that.
Back in Larsen Bay, there's something else to be happy about.
That's awesome.
A turbine, which will provide electricity to the lodges, has arrived from the mainland.
That's a hydro unit. It's going to be hopefully enough energy to bypass the need for batteries, which is a big expenditure in any renewable system.
Once Nick has a permit, the turbine will be powered by a stream that runs next to his cabins, providing him with free year-round power.
That's a really well-fed stream over there with a elevated lake, and it runs all year long.
All that free power comes at a cost. The turbine has set Nick back $4,500.
What about putting it on a pallet and lifting the pallet?
It's actually not a bad idea.
No, it's not a bad idea at all.
It also weighs almost 300 pounds, so it's all hands on deck to prevent any breakages and ferry it back to the cabins at Whitney Creek.
We're screwing it onto a pallet so it can be carried, and then we're gonna put it on the skiff. That's the only way we can carry it.
Nice and steady. 1, 2, 3. Awesome.
The team must work fast. The tide needs to be high so that Nick's skiff can offload the turbine at his cabin, and the clock is ticking.
There's some big tides here. We're probably ranging like 20 vertical feet, and that could translate to hundreds of yards on a beach. So you could come back 6 hours later and the tide is low and your boat is 100 yards from the water. So you gotta be careful.
The race to reach the high tide doesn't get off to a good start.
Oh, the engine just quit on that.
Did it really?
Yeah, just quit.
Damn.
Nick's truck has water in the fuel intake.
Is the jump starter gonna help it or no?
No. It's got water.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until that evaporates a little bit.
After an hour of trying to fix the waterlogged engine, Nick cranks up his plan B.
Will it fit in the back of this tool truck? We're gonna put it in this way, the thin way.
Okay.
Good job, Dan.
Go, push.
That's good, huh? That ain't going anywhere.
Despite the daylight, it's now almost 11 p.m., and the team has put in a 16-hour shift. But to Minnesota and Charlie's dismay, the Alaskan summer means it's not time to call it a day just yet.
I mean, this is already kind of with me.
Summer solstice in June, it'll be 1:30 before it even goes down, starts to go down.
Okay.
Wow. So it'll be dark for maybe 3 hours, 4 hours.
Gotcha.
Tops.
Okay, let's go.
When Nick and the crew finally get to the beach, the sun and the tide are still high. The skiff's flat bottom will allow them to get the heavy load as close to the cabins as possible, or at least that's the plan.
Jesus Christ. Does Nick ever buy anything that works?
There's something going on with that motor.
Yeah.
I put a new starter on there.
I believe you there's a new starter on there, but there's something going on with it.
Nick is short on engine power, but advice is in plentiful supply.
Pull the plug now and see what's going on, if it's loaded up with fuel or what.
You've been cranking the gas open quite a bit as you've been trying to start it.
Something ain't right there. I think it's loaded up with fuel in the cylinders.
You're just flooding the engine.
Check the oil. How much oil is in it right now?
A little bit over the max range.
You want to put that in gear again? Try and spin it?
The tide has now turned, and time is fast running out.
The tide is slipping out from us, which makes it difficult. And, you know, we've got this really heavy hydroelectric generator, and every minute that goes by, the tide's slipping further out.
The repairs will have to wait till tomorrow. But even then, there's no guarantee the engine can be fixed.
There's something majorly up in this motor. I'm telling you there is.
Tomorrow, Nick and his crew could find themselves stranded on the wrong side of the bay, costing Nick another entire day of labor and eating into his schedule. Larsen Bay, on the western side of Kodiak Island. On the shores of this remote fjord, Nick Blanco and his crew are battling mechanical issues during a critical phase in their build project.
There's something major going on with this. I don't know what it is.
Nick needs to ferry a new $4,500 water-powered electricity turbine across to his construction site. But a busted motor means it's stuck on the wrong side of the water.
Gas right out of the exhaust.
It's only got one cylinder.
So far, the delay has cost Nick 24 hours. Electrician Taylor thinks they need to cut their losses and replace it.
I don't even know if it's gonna run. I say, why don't you throw that Suzuki on here? Why don't we put that motor on? There's something major up in this motor. I'm telling you, there is.
With time pressing, Nick's having to gamble on using a motor that's been in storage for 2 years.
I have no idea how you want to pick it up. Jesus Christ, Nick, you're 8.
Yeah, I know.
As Nick inspects his aging 60 horsepower Suzuki, he discovers it appears to be in good mechanical order. But there's another problem.
Where's the tiller handle at?
We were about to change motors on our Carolina skiff, but it turns out we are missing some equipment, particularly a tiller.
We'll look for this tiller handle. I don't have that piece, I don't think.
Oh.
Without a tiller to steer it, the motor's unusable. The latest setback is beginning to test Charlie's patience.
I think a lot more preparation in both the mornings and the evenings would help mitigate a lot of these problems. This doesn't even faze him. He just keeps working. He's a hoss. But a hoss that needs a little bit better preparation and organizational skills.
To solve his tiller problem, Nick turns to some bush engineering.
I'm gonna order the correct part, but in the meantime, we have our handy dandy tiller steering motor here that's fabricated 100% in Larson Bay.
Nick's betting that this temporary tiller, fashioned from a piece of old handrail, will steer the motor until a replacement arrives from the mainland.
Yeah, it's tough. It's extra tough when things go wrong out here because there's lack of things to fix your problems with, so you really gotta get creative.
Pretty remote on the island here. If you got something, you kind of figure it out. He's committed when he does it. He usually gets the job done. I'd be yelling and swearing, telling people to shut the up.
Oh, baby. Oh, nice.
Get all worked up.
Down at the beach, Nick and the team prepare to attach the motor to his skiff.
Let's go turn that way. Come towards me first.
Stand in. That's perfect. This is beautiful work. Great setup. I like it.
Hopefully this will be the last motor change of the season for this boat.
After a 36-hour delay, the team load up their cargo.
You got that?
I got this side.
You guys got that weight?
This is the single most expensive item Nick will carry across to his build site, and the first test for his bush-rigged motor.
First time I ever driven a boat like this before, but it's starting and running well. It's reliable, and that's what we're going for.
The water-powered turbine will provide free electricity to the finished wilderness lodging.
3, go.
Meaning that over time, the $4,500 piece of equipment should pay for itself.
This way. Oh, caught on something.
What you're doing, you just said over there.
I showed you. Let's do it this way.
Yeah, this way.
Don't be tripping on. Nice job. We're good, thank you.
But when the team finally haul the 300-pound turbine into position, they discover another major problem. It's the wrong model, with electrical adapters suitable only for industrial and not domestic power systems.
Can you pull up what you ordered? No, I don't have internet right now.
Oh, look. Should have just left it on the beach, man.
How am I going to carry it back? I'm not carrying it back down. There's no returning this, so.
You can't return this?
I'll talk to the company. Yeah. I'll talk with them, but for right now, it's kind of the way it is.
I don't know if he's going to send it back or not, or what the company will have in store for him. Yeah, it's just the wrong generator. We hauled it all the way over here to find that out, unfortunately. But that's it, man.
The mistake hasn't just cost Nick 2 days of time and labor. It's also testing the patience of his team.
What the? That's just the wrong generator? Seriously?
And on a project like this, that's something he definitely can't afford.
If you're gonna get a different one, why haul over there?
I don't know, maybe he wasn't paying attention and like ordered the wrong generator.
This is Life on the Edge.
Put your big boy pants on and come and join the fun.
More than 600 miles from Anchorage sits the commercial fishing port of King Cove, where wilderness and fishing guide Charlie Somerville is busy prepping the Sound Choice. She's a yacht he's leased at huge expense for the season.
Okay.
The Sound Choice is a really nice, comfortable, private, small yacht, but it can be a handful.
Oh my gosh.
Charlie's using it as a fishing charter for high-paying guests.
It's a business venture, and we've got to generate some revenue, because if not, we're going to lose our ass.
First halibut of the trip. Woo!
Today, the Sound Choice won't be earning a cent. Instead, Charlie's organized a 2-day fishing trip to say a big thank you to a few people. Without them, his business could be in real trouble. Bill Rands is a trucking magnate and a regular visitor to Charlie's lodge.
Bill's been a good client, a good friend, and a business associate.
I've been in Alaska quite a few times, and it's hard to find anything that's going to be any greater than this.
It's Bill who lent Charlie his R-44 helicopter and pilot for 3 weeks. The chopper has been a major asset to Charlie's other big project, a cabin build in remote Volcano Bay.
The helicopter is a huge factor. He has been very generous in bringing the helicopter up, and I can't thank Bill enough.
Bill and his pilot, Justin, are picking up 2 other guests before meeting Charlie. Construction worker Kirby Frank and carpenter Brent Wittenberger.
Someone's got to come and save you guys.
Yeah, we needed some saving. It was getting pretty rough.
You need a lot.
For sure.
Whit and Kirby have worked 15 days straight through wind and rain to keep Charlie's cabin build on schedule.
It's very windy out here today.
It's just not fun to always be wet.
With all 4 on board, the chopper heads for King Cove Harbor to meet Charlie and the Sound Choice.
That the helicopter already?
The fishing trip is Charlie's way of showing everyone his appreciation.
How's it going, man?
Not too bad.
Hopefully we'll have some good fishing and have a couple good adventures.
With his guests on board, Charlie eases out of King Cove.
It's a beautiful morning. We got a little bit of a wind, but we're gonna go out on a little fishing expedition. We just gotta go fuel up here and we'll be all set.
The fueling dock is right around the corner, but still poses a challenge.
Nothing is set up for a yacht here. Everything is for giant commercial fishing boats. The bumpers have to be between the boat and the thing so that we don't bang those tires come through our side windows. It's always exciting every time we come into the dock and play bumper boats with a $500,000 boat.
Watch those bumpers. Watch your hands.
That's what I was saying.
Charlie realigns the 70-foot yacht and takes a second, slower run at the dock.
Oh, yeah. This is better now.
Okay, throw him a line. Throw him a line up there.
Soon, 600 gallons of fuel are being pumped into the Sound Choice.
Good.
Okay.
And after the unsteady start, Charlie can at last set a course for adventure.
We are out in the Gulf of Alaska, right at the beginning of the Aleutian Islands.
I'm in a sweet spot, sitting up in front next to Captain Charlie. The scenery is unbelievable. I told Charlie that I thought the Sound Choice was a heck of an asset to have here. It doesn't go very fast, but it absolutely is able to conquer the seas.
As the yacht cuts through the waves, Whit and Kirby are more interested in what's under them.
We're gonna go out and try to catch some halibut. Pretty excited about that. I've never done that before.
Usually it's go big or go home. I really want to catch some fish. I want to see us all catch a lot of fish. But we will. We'll get them. How could you not with Bill here?
Can't go wrong. I'll make sure you guys catch fish.
I'll get fish.
Oh yeah, we got fish on this hunt.
An hour out from King Cove, Charlie sees fish on the sonar.
I've got a couple marked. Those are a lot of bait fish right there. Those are probably herring.
Ready to go fishing.
The crew casts the first lines of the day.
We're 180-pounder away from an amazing trip. It's got to come up on my line, though. Then it's really the best.
Irish Lord.
Ah.
Yeah.
A big one?
Don't break the rod.
Irish Lord are edible, but small. Not the hefty halibut the crew are hoping for.
Now we got to get some halibut.
Halibut's 30 bucks a pound for a reason.
Yep.
They're tougher to catch.
As time ticks on, the pressure on Charlie to impress his client, Bill, increases.
Yeah, I think we ought to have some cod tonight, Charlie. We should see if we got...
Yeah, we got some.
How about some crab? Cod and crab? Now that would be a combination for tonight.
Well, there's a lot of pressure on me. If you're not doing what the people want to do, you're jeopardizing your reputation. So you just got to drive on, you got to keep fishing, you got to dig down deep.
It's all on Charlie, but the giant fish are eluding him.
Just not much going on. I think we should maybe go try and find another spot.
That's fine.
Charlie maneuvers the Sound Choice into another bay.
We're about perfect right here.
But now, there are no fish at all, not even small ones. Worse, the Aleutian winds are picking up. A storm is brewing.
We're not able to get to the spots that we want to fish today, my standby spot, because the wind's too rough on the outside.
Whit's day off isn't turning out the way he'd hoped.
The wind has gotten nasty. We could not stand on the front deck to even fish. The last spot, we couldn't find the bottom. We were jigging, and it's looking bleaker and bleaker as we go.
Soon, the worsening weather forces Charlie to return to harbor.
Little disappointed in the weather kicking up as hard as it did, but what are you gonna do? You know, it's when you get 25 to 30 mile an hour winds out here, it's hard to fish on the open ocean, so.
As King Cove comes into view, it's already packed with boats sheltering from the oncoming storm. There's only one small mooring left.
We're the only sport fishing tourism boat, so we kind of stand out, so everybody's watching us.
The mooring will be a tight squeeze. Charlie's got just feet to spare on either side of the boat.
So we got to put some bumpers down.
We already have the bumpers down.
Somebody's got to make sure in the back. You got to come in like you own it, or bad things are going to happen.
Slow down! Slow down!
Make sure there's bumpers down.
After an underwhelming first day's fishing on the Sound Choice, Charlie Somerville's problems get worse.
Make sure there's bumpers down.
The Sound Choice's port side has collided with the dock.
Get the stern on. I need this back line. Somebody's got to throw a line on the back.
Charlie has invested heavily in leasing the Sound Choice for the season. Expensive repairs could seriously hurt his bottom line.
How bad did I smash the side? Always fun. I should have just went somewhere else. Yeah, great.
People are always laughing and joking and heckling us a little bit because we're different. And you know, everybody else is all in the commercial fishing industry. So we kind of stand out.
I'm just rattled.
Luckily, the damage isn't structural.
It was a difficult docking expedition. And we kind of put on a show here for everybody around to watch, and that wasn't the best.
It's all good. A little minor.
So far, the trip hasn't been the big thank you Charlie had in mind for his friends.
We didn't catch much at all. It's been a lot. I'm cashed out.
With the crew ready to call it quits for today, Charlie connects to the dock's power supply for the night.
So when you come to shore, you can plug it in and you can shut off all the rest of the electrical on the boat. You don't have to run the generators. You don't have to have noise. You don't have to do anything.
Okay, shut off, shut off. Holy. It's arcing all over inside here. That was almost on fire. Everything's wet in there.
Probably from seawater getting into there.
When salt water gets on the front of the boat, where the main shore power supply is, when you plug it in, it can arc over to the ground or the neutral and cause basically an electrical charge.
A couple more seconds.
Okay, shut off, shut off.
And the boat could have gone up in flames.
Wow. That's freaking scary. I felt the shock.
So we ended up, shorting out a wire and popping a breaker. Kind of an unfortunate situation.
It's just nonstop. It's just nonstop here.
A busted power source could put the Sound Choice out of action for days, costing Charlie yet more money. But with the light fast fading, an attempted fix will have to wait till sunup.
I'm mentally drained right now, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens tomorrow.
By morning, the storm has passed, and Charlie's determined to turn things around.
Well, we've had a tough day, fighting with the boat, fighting with the power. I got to get Kirby and Whit some fish. We're not going to be defeated by a few little minor mechanical details.
Pilot and electrician Justin is already at work.
So we're gonna put a new connector on, the one that we melted yesterday. We're just taking all the insulation, cut the wires a little shorter to get rid of any corrosion that might be there, so that we have a good connection on the new plug. I think we're gonna be fine. Better be.
With the new plug connected, Charlie needs to see if the boat's electrical systems have been damaged.
Okay, just get ready to shut it off right away if we scream. No sparks. Good deal.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay, let me see if we got energized. And we hit the master switch. The master light pops on, nothing clicking. Okay, perfect.
The Sound Choice is still in business and ready for another day of adventure.
It's my job to hold the corner bumper on so we don't repeat the same battle damage that occurred pulling in here.
I'm sure everyone's gonna be watching for the second show here.
I got you covered. It's gonna happen again. Oh, good. You're good.
It's a beautiful sunny day. I'm excited to have my good friend Mr. Rand with me.
I brought the sun with me.
You brought the sun with you, so we're all good on the sun.
Yep.
We just got to find that secret spot for the fishing.
There's a whale over there. Did you see the water come up?
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, there it is.
Straight ahead. I see it.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh my God, I got it.
This is what makes you fall in love with Alaska right here. You get to look at views like this.
Pretty good living out here, isn't it? Looking for fish and finding whales.
Charlie's an expert wildlife guide and knows that whales feed on the same bait fish as halibut. So for him, this is a sign from Mother Nature.
Fish right here. Oh, sea bass up there. Guys, grab a rod.
Nice.
Don't lift its head out of the water.
There you go.
Kirby got her first fish, 50 bucks.
Woo!
The pickings start small,
Look at the red on this one.
but before long,
Oh, got it, you got it, you got it.
Get it right over the top, quick.
Oh, wow, this is a nice one.
the first halibut.
There it is.
We've got to get a bigger one than me.
Nice job, Justin.
Hopefully a lot more after this. So maybe it will be lunch.
Nice. Codfish. This is a beautiful spot. No wind. It's hard to believe this is the same place that we've been getting our butts kicked on.
Thanks to Charlie's expert knowledge of whale behavior, the Sound Choice now has 130 pounds of fish on ice. Whit is on lunch duty.
That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing right there. This is the carcass tells the tale. I didn't miss anything. Yep. Can kind of see right through it.
You don't want to overcook halibut because then it gets chalky. That's unbelievable.
Wow, Brad.
Finally, Charlie's thank you fishing trip for the crew and Bill has come together.
That'd be it right there. Wow.
We've seen whales, we've caught some halibut, we've caught some cod, and that's what it's all about. The exploration, the beauty, and the camaraderie, and being able to spend time with good people and making memories. That's it.
The crew returns to shore, rested and happy. Bill plans to stay here for a few more days to enjoy what Alaska has to offer. But for the Volcano Bay crew, the vacation is definitely over.
We're at a critical junction in the construction phase, and I feel bad for them. You're living in a remote area. You're not going home at night. You're cold, you're wet, but we're just going to get it done, and that's how it's going to be.
Still to come. Over in Larson Bay, Nick Blanco gets creative sourcing supplies.
Could make some great trim. Might be too big though.
And down on Umnak Island,
Biggest generator that can run everything by itself.
Pat and Connie Harvey's cattle operation powers down. More than 250 miles southwest of King Cove, on the island of Umnak, cattle ranchers Pat and Connie Harvey are making moves to sell their business and retire. This summer, they've brought in hotshot mechanic Donovan Judd to make sure their entire operation is ready for sale.
It is a lot of work, trying to get everything working, trying to get everything basically turnkey ready to hand the plant over to somebody else.
There's a huge amount of pressure to make sure that all of the systems are running all of the time.
One of the big attractions for buyers is the custom-built slaughter plant used to process the 10,000-strong herd. It's powered by Pat's 6-cylinder, 845 cubic inch diesel generator.
The biggest generator, the 250 kW generator here, it's the most important one to run this whole plant because it can run everything by itself.
This essential piece of machinery is currently broken down. Pat needs to get it up and running again in time for the next roundup and slaughter.
Well, it's imperative. You have to have power to run all your freezers and chillers and lights, and pretty important that you have everything running just right.
Donovan's first job, fit new belts to the generator's pulleys, which drive the alternator. As Donovan probes the generator, he discovers access to one of the pulleys is being blocked by the harmonic balancer. This vital part stops the generator from shaking itself to pieces.
Well, we can't get the belts on this thing because the motor mount's in the way. Might have to just take the harmonic balancer off. Oh, that thing's heavy too. It's probably a 100-pound piece of steel.
A car mechanic by trade, Donovan has little experience of diesel generators. Then Pat has a brainwave.
Maybe they never had a belt there because it's not here.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe it's just two belts that run the alternator.
The generator only needs 2 of the 3 pulleys to function properly.
Maybe that's all we need.
Yes.
I was thinking that's all that was here.
Yeah, I said it makes sense, to be honest.
With 2 new belts in place, Donovan next has to install a set of brand new fan blades. The huge 2-foot diameter fan is designed to cool the engine as it runs at 2,500 RPM.
He's gonna give me hell for getting in the way.
But something's not right.
It's hitting the shroud, eh?
It's hitting the shroud. We're hitting the shroud. Why are we hitting the shroud? What the? Our fan is just a quarter, not even a quarter inch, 1/16 of an inch too big, and it's rubbing on the fan shroud. And it's not that big a deal if you're turning it slowly, but as soon as you start it up, starts going up to 2,500 RPMs. If it hits that fan shroud, it'll potentially get off balance, and then it could shear the bolts, fly off, fly into the radiator, and destroy that. Here we go.
Getting a replacement fan shroud to the isolated island could take weeks, so Donovan resorts to some bush ingenuity.
So we're cutting this down so we don't have a catastrophe is what we're at the stage of now.
Donovan gets busy with his grinding wheel to increase the shroud's clearance.
This is why I like automotive industry. You can lift the fan up with 2 fingers. This thing's like 40 pounds.
Still rubbing? The fan still isn't clear. Donovan resorts to flaring out the safety shroud to guarantee the blades can spin freely.
All right. Now we got plenty of clearance. Give her a go. See if she likes an extra 200 amps.
Donovan cranks up the current to the starter motor.
Give it a shot.
Okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Had another big wind today. We tried it a couple times, didn't quite start. Put a little ether in it, boom, she just took right off. Sounds like $1 million.
Sounded great.
Yeah, no kidding. That was awesome.
God damn.
Good work, Donovan. That was actually beautiful.
She smoke it all?
Beautiful. It's burning clean.
Right on.
When you revved her up, black smoke came out like crazy, but
Okay.
runs like a champ, and it's nice to hear it fire up today, and sounds just great, and the exhaust coming out of there with clean, and everything's getting burnt, so it's doing its job, and look forward to seeing somebody put it to work here pretty soon. Another runner.
Yeah, worked out great.
Awesome.
The generator is just one of the many machines that need Donovan's genius before Pat and Connie can make their sale and retire.
Glad we got this thing done, but work's not done yet. I'm sure there's always something else to do.
Still to come. Up in Larson Bay, Nick Blanco's strapped for cash.
Time's ticking. I need to stop spending money.
And his fishing lodge dreams are dying out.
I don't have a ton of wood. I need to get more wood.
This is Larson Bay, a small fishing village of just 36 people on the west side of Kodiak Island. Across its icy bay are these rundown fishing shacks, which tracker and guide Nick Blanco is investing his life savings in to convert into fishing lodges for high-paying clients.
The building that we've got over there is very old, but in my mind's eye, I can see something special in there, and or if I can't do it here, I can't do it anywhere.
To save money, Nick is overhauling the structures instead of rebuilding them.
Here, I'll take that.
But the more work he does, the more problems he discovers.
Definitely lots of problems with the building, but I have to whip this into shape in a cost-effective manner so I can have a great hunting and fishing season.
One of the biggest challenges is that much of the structure's lumber is rotten.
Yeah, look at this one, Nick. Oh, that's bad. I know.
Well, that goes back
Look at that.
days, too. There's probably a good almost 3 feet into one of these old beams that's just completely rotten.
A century of Alaskan winters has also taken its toll on the deck area.
If you look underneath there,
I kind of think we're going to run into some pretty rotten underneath there.
this is dangerous. You know what I mean? Just really discovering a lot of rotten stuff, but I'll get it changed out and then be good for another 60 years.
In the Aleutians, lumber is hugely expensive, and Nick is short on money. But he has a plan.
Whoa, made it.
Like the pioneers who built his shacks, he and Dan are going hunting for driftwood. They head to a secret spot that Nick discovered while guiding clients last year.
When I was up here fishing, I'd see all this driftwood stacked up, and I mean, a lot of it's sun-dried, you know, kind of like kiln-dried, and it's just ready to mill, and it doesn't twist after that, and it's good stuff, so.
Every year, vast quantities of driftwood are carried northward by winter storms and wash up on the Kodiak coast. And they're all free of charge.
That is a good log, Dan. I believe it's a big red cedar, and can make some great trim. It's, you know, it might be too big though, unfortunately.
While some logs need sawing, others wash up already milled.
Look at this cool old piece of wood right here. That could be like decorative, because that used to be part of some big old raft. This is really old. I like it. That's a big hole. That was probably drilled by a manual auger or a long time ago.
As the pair continue their search, they come across some more relics of Kodiak history.
I mean, these boats are kind of part of the background now. They're old technology. You know, after fiberglass came into the market, they just brought the boats over to this lagoon to scuttle. But it's pretty cool. I don't mind them. It's part of the landscape now. It reminds you, they caught a lot of fish, I know that.
Nick and Dan select logs weighing up to a ton before winching them onto the back of the quad.
This is a log arch, and it does miracles. Yep, it does miracles. Definitely. Ready, Dan?
The pair find almost a dozen high-quality, dried-out driftwood logs.
You help me get this one real quick? Or you can drag them both. Keep going down. A little bit more, a little bit more. Yep. It will definitely get more than $1,000 worth of lumber, that's for sure. It's already milled up for us, huh, Dan? Oh yeah, I like that one. I like it.
Nick and Dan take the logs to a nearby clearing, where Nick keeps his own personal industrial saw, which he'll use to cut them down to size.
This is the sawmill, and we can cut this lumber up to any dimension we want.
Nick attaches the 13-foot flexible steel saw blade and lubricates the guide rails.
There we go. Pretty cool.
The $1,500 saw makes light work of Nick's haul, creating board foot after board foot of high-grade lumber.
Gorgeous stuff, and it's cutting well, so we'll have a lot of trim and floor joists here in no time.
After just 3 hours, Nick has a stash of free top-quality cedar.
Nice!
This secret timber supply will help solve some of the financial problems on Nick's build.
We'll just come over here as we need stuff for the knee walls, for the trim, for the foundation, for the deck. Lots of variety there for different stuff. Yep. And we don't have to buy it. Right? Don't gotta buy it. And it comes with firewood and kindling too.
Yeah, right there, man.
Yep, exactly, yep. Either way, Dan, that's a great haul. Thank you so much.
Back at the cabins, the team is saving more money as they get rid of the rotting lumber and salvage the solid timber from the structures.
You know, some of these boards could definitely be good for a few things around here. So we'll sort through which ones had a little life left in them and take out the screws and nails and put them to use somewhere.
Nick's haul has saved him vital cash for his rebuild. But he knows that if he wants to get these shacks ship-shape, he's gonna need a lot more than salvaged driftwood.
Oh yeah, bad rot.
I think the frame's probably too, but I don't have a ton of wood. I need to get more wood.
To keep the project on track, Nick needs to make a trip to the nearest port to stock up on supplies.
You too. Bye-bye.
I need to go to Kodiak to get a bunch of materials for the build. 2x4s, plywood, exterior decking, and some other stuff.
But in the cradle of storms, a trip to the hardware store
It sounded like we hit ground.
means something very different than in the lower 48. Larson Bay on Kodiak Island. Across the water from this small, isolated settlement, Nick Blanco is racing to finish rebuilding his fishing lodges before the winter closes in.
There's always a sense of urgency summertime to get things done because things become a lot less productive wintertime with the weather and the temperature and the snow and the frozen ground. So we're hustling.
To keep his project on track, today Nick is taking his boat over to Kodiak City to pick up vital supplies.
This boat named the Kita is a really sweet boat, and it's very unique. It was built in Kodiak, and it's got a 1/4-inch hull, aluminum hull on it. It's got a self-bailing deck. It's got 2 motors, so I want to take good care of it.
The trip's essential, but will cost Nick time and fuel. Experienced sailor Charlie knows that by scraping the hull, he can save his friend a few bucks.
If you get enough of this off, you can increase at least sometimes 1, almost up to 2 knots. If you got enough growth on here, it can slow you down that much.
After jet washing the rest of the growth from the hull, the Kita is ready to be hauled down to the beach. But Nick's aging truck has other plans. This time-honored method of jumping the ignition eventually gets a result, and they can get moving.
I like that you pulled the Terminator, starting that thing with a screwdriver.
Normally used for fishing trips, Nick's boat can carry up to 2 tons of materials.
I'm gonna back the boat up a little bit. Can you walk out here and unhook that?
After some wrangling, the boat is finally in the water.
We're off to Kodiak now. Not getting too late of a start, and the weather looks pretty good. Minus just a tiny bit of rain, so here we go, man. I'm looking forward to it.
As he negotiates his way out of the bay, Nick pushes the boat's twin engines toward its cruising speed of 18 knots.
I really usually don't like talking about the weather until the trip's over, but so far, it's going great.
It's okay. Nick's not superstitious, are you?
Not really.
As they approach open ocean,
It sounded like we hit ground.
there's a problem.
Yeah, sunken log.
Yeah.
Anything back there, Charlie?
You want to pull up the engines just so I can see the props? I see it, Nick. I see something. You just had a huge branch.
Sunken logs are a common hazard that can destroy motors or worse. But this time, Nick has gotten off lightly.
You know, heavy tides coming in and out every day. It's pulling in dead lumber, dead trees. They can sit just below the surface.
Luckily, it didn't do too much damage, but definitely had to trim my motor stuff. It was, a piece of wood was stuck back up against my lower units there.
As the crew move around the Kodiak coast, they head toward the Shelikof Strait, a 30-mile wide corridor of ocean, infamous for its dangerous waters.
We're probably on the toughest, as far as the water goes, the waves go in the Shelikof. Toughest part of this trip. You just gotta always be mindful of what's going on around you.
The Shelikof's waves may be tough to handle, but for Nick, what's tougher is missing out on what's hidden underneath them.
It definitely hurts a little bit driving over some of these fish I know that are down there, but we'll be back though. Let's let them get a little bit bigger.
As the crew exit the Shelikof, the waters begin to calm. And after 4 hours, Nick approaches Kodiak City Harbor.
We made it in one piece. Hoping for a little bit better weather on the way back.
Kodiak City Harbor is the second largest fishing port in Alaska. On shore, Nick prepares to take delivery of the supplies he ordered before leaving Larsen Bay.
Yep. Cross the bridge, come down to the boat harbor, and you'll see 2 landing crafts waiting. I'm the smaller one, unfortunately. We're just gonna start loading the building materials. They're gonna drop it off with a truck.
Nick has bought 2 tons of material. He's betting it'll be enough to complete the rest of his build.
Probably could have put this hardboard back here, like that.
With news of a weather front moving in, the pair hustle to complete the loading.
When we take off from here, unlike when we came up here from Larsen Bay, we're going to be about 4,000 pounds heavier. You know, in heavier seas, that could be a problem.
After an hour of hard labor,
good job loading, Charlie.
Yeah.
The team begin their journey back to Larsen Bay.
Check the weather, Charlie?
Yeah, down near Larsen Bay, the weather's just going to get better.
With the predicted storm front now missing Kodiak, the pair make good progress as they round the north side of the island.
We're all good, man. Loaded to the brim. Beautiful day. I'm relieved.
After a 10-hour round trip, Nick makes his approach to Whitney Creek, the site of his cabins. But while the weather is with him, the tide isn't.
We're just gonna try to get off the boat and onto the beach above the high tide line so we can get the boat out of here as quick as possible.
The flat-bottomed craft means Nick can unload close to shore, but it's vulnerable to being stranded by the receding tide.
The tide's going out, then we'll be stuck here for 12 hours.
With electrician Taylor's help, they make light work of unloading the heavy cargo.
God damn, how lucky is it to have all these awesome pressure-treated 2x8s.
Done. Thank you guys. You worked up too quick. Lucky looks there, and the tide hasn't started dropping yet, and that's the main thing.
The trip has gone well for Nick, and he can now pick up the pace of his rebuild. With money fast running out, and the cabins only around 30% complete, he needs to.
Time's ticking. I need to stop spending money on Whitney Creek and start making money with it.